Ready? Let's go. All right, here we go. So we're getting ready for this one. Nice. Okay. That should all be set up then. So, welcome guys to the first NFL live stream on the channel. We're going to be watching the Panthers-Jets preseason game, which, as a Panthers fan, not looking forward to it. I watched last week's game. It was horrid. Hopefully this week is better. Now, we're also watching as UFL fans, mainly for Adrian Martinez of the New York Jets. Had that unbelievable game last week against the Commies. So, we're looking forward to that. So, let's see, how's everybody doing here? I mean, again, I hope it's going to be a good... I hope Martinez gets some legit action in this game, and I hope he once again plays really well, because he played insane last time. So we'll see exactly how that goes. Now, I will say, one of the things I did talk about in the past kind of things was how I was using, you know, a phone and streaming apps to try and do all this stuff, so my game was, like, delayed in a sense. This time, it's not, except my TV is, like, to the side, but I have an actual TV with regular stuff, so it's going to be fully, you know, on time. It's just going to be looking that way. So we'll see. I'm just going to post on Twitter real quick. I am live watching the Jets versus Panthers preseason game. There we go. Put that up there. Panthers. And post. There we go. So we'll get that posted up there. Now let's go back over here. 9 a.m. for balling out will be legendary. What's up, everybody? CG Man, Michael Bias, and Nope here. Nice. Let's go. Now, another quick side note. I know... okay. Let me pull... I know G-Man is in here. Let me pull up this real quick. Just for anyone who wants to, I am doing an ESPN Fantasy League for the NFL season. So, here's the link if you want to join that and you're not already joined. I do request you either put your team name as your YouTube channel name or you just mention it in the comments here to join my fantasy football league. I had to watch the Giants for 4 hours. I heard Daniel Jones did horrid. I did hear that. I heard he was terrible in that game, which not really shocked at, but definitely sucks to see for Giants fans because I know a few of you guys are, but I heard about that. So yeah, there's the link if you want to join my fantasy football league. I believe we're at 10 people out of 20 so far. So I've got like 10 spots remaining. I'm going to wait like another week to see how many people join and then, you know, do the draft and all that. It'll be fun. It's a regular PPR league and all that. So yeah. Marsh was a livid. I honestly, I didn't really watch a ton of NFL preseason so far, aside from the game last week. I was watching the FedEx Championship earlier when I got home. But I was keeping up with it a decent amount. I just know that Danny Dimes did terrible against the starters. I know the Bears got a pretty big W. I know Caleb looks pretty good. That's all I know. I know all the games are here, but yeah. Now, I don't think the UFL put out a regular post on who's playing, but I know they have a link to check, so I'm seeing, because I know that there's at least a couple other players playing in this game. So, let me see. USL, okay, so here for the full list. Let's see. Because I can't remember, because I know a couple of guys have gotten cut and all that. So, Saturday, August 17th. Yeah, in this game, we're going to be having Anthony Hines, Cole Laveo, Adrian Martinez, Nehemiah Shelton, Brandon Smith, Isaiah Winstead, Keandre Thomas, and Walter Palmer, all UFL players playing in this game, with most of them playing on the Jets, Thomas and Palmer on the Carolina, but the Smith-Martinez connection was insane a couple weeks ago, or last week, so we'll see. Brian Dable lost some weight. Caleb Williams is knowing out. DJ was terrible. Matt Corral's also in the Vikings. That was crazy to see, too. David Davis getting hurt and then being released definitely really sucked to see. Yeah, I mean, Matt Corral getting that spot is a good sign because, you know, they lost JJ, so they got another quarterback to at least put in some time, which is good. It's really cool to see both Stallions QBs actually getting a shot, which is really cool, so we'll definitely take that. It's really good. But yeah, I mean, all I know is I hope that this game ends up being good. 1.2 on live streamage soon. We can only hope. But, I mean, hey, you know, we'll see. But, again, it's, you know, doing a preseason game. Haven't done one of these before. Having a little different setup for the game. It should be interesting. Again, you know, I know the Panthers are favorites in this game. Why? I don't know. Granted, I don't think you should ever bet on a preseason game. But I would not bet the Panthers at -2, considering how bad the Panthers looked last week and how good the Jets looked with Martinez. I watched Jack Plummer play so much in that game. He was so bad. He was awful. Oh, my God. Man, the Michigan Panthers are a much better Panthers to root for because at least they're, a good team. Could Alex Magoo return to the Stallions? Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Magoo does return to the Stallions. I mean, why not? I mean, if he returns and balls out again, I mean, he'll be in spring football, history, fully. I mean, he already is with that incredible 2023 season. But if he returns in 2025 and, let's say, wins MVP again, oh, my God. Oh, it's over. I mean, he'd be viewed as the all-time modern spring football GOAT if he does that. Yeah, I did not check on that. I believe the Chargers play tonight as well. They play at the same time, so hopefully we see Perez get some more action. Because, man, they were just not that good. The QBs as a whole were not that good in that game last week. If the Panthers go to the playoffs, okay, I hate this. Ooh, there we go. Bro is going to live stream. Dude, if the Panthers, I would love to see the Panthers make it to the playoffs, the Carolina Panthers, but I'd be shocked if we win 6 games. Legitimately, I mean, we still got 10 minutes of the game, so okay, I'm just pulling this up on a side tab. The Panthers games this season, I just don't expect us to go 6 wins. We opened the season against the Saints, we're going to lose that. We're playing the Chargers in week 2, even without Herbert, we're probably going to lose that one. The Raiders, we're going to lose that. Bengals, we're going to lose that. The Bears, probably going to lose it. Falcons, probably going to lose it. Commies, depends if Daniels is healthy. If he is, then we'll lose. If he's not, who knows? Broncos, maybe we'll win. I don't know. We could beat the Giants. We could beat the Cardinals. I don't know, man. Honestly, if we get 6 wins, I'd be shocked. Alex Magoo is second all-time on my ultra-modern spring football QB list. Honestly, fair. I mean, I would probably put Perez number 1 in the ultra-modern sense, and then I'd probably put number 2 as Magoo. I wouldn't be upset about that. Which I might favor the Panthers do. The Giants are just... The Giants, man, that's a yikes right there. Daniel Jones is still the team's quarterback is wild. Look, I honestly get it. I get the argument that in the NFL you should not get a quarterback before you have a rest of your team. The rest of the Giants team this past year was not that good. I understand that. But Daniel Jones being a quarterback for another year is just... That's bad. I mean, Daniel Jones is unironically one of the worst QBs in the entire league. Starter, he's one of the worst. It is wild to see that. It is what it is. Oh, I forgot UFC 305's tonight as well, so we got some other stuff going on. It's another one of those weekends where at that time where we're going to have a bunch of sporting events going on at the same time. The PGA playoffs are going on. The NFL preseason's going on. Got a bunch of other stuff, yeah. Look, man, I had to watch the Giants. And now by Chat Sports, everyone was livid at even Dable. I saw the NFL announcers earlier hyping up the UFL. That was cool. Did you guys see about the John Reese Plumlee thing? I believe John Reese Plumlee is his name. He was talking about, the Renegades and all that. And he basically made it sound like if he doesn't make it this year, he will be in the UFL next year if he doesn't make a roster or something. Where he basically joked about how he gets to always say he was a first-round pick. It might have been in the UFL, but he still was. It was cool to see because I know, I believe it was Malik Cunningham got picked by the Stallions in 2023. And when he was asked about it, he said he didn't even know and it was just terrible press. I don't know. I think we're seeing some good stuff. We're seeing some good press after all the bad press that happened with the U.S. Army, the UFLPA, or the USW. And we're seeing some good press. Season ticket benefits are coming out. They look pretty good. See some other stuff. It's good. That's another thing. For those of you who don't know, Anthony Becht is going to be calling the Jets games on the radio and local stuff, which is really cool to see that he's doing that. So if you're in New York, you were watching the Adrian Martinez game to Brandon Smith. You had Anthony Becht, who was a UFL coach. It was wild. It was definitely a cool thing, but UFL Season 2 will be goated. I really hope so. I just hope that Jaron Horton gets the head coaching job for Memphis. I'm actually going to put it on a poll. That's actually a good poll to start for today. Who should be the Showboats head coach in 2025? That's a good question. Who should be the Showboats head coach in 2025? Okay, thank you, spell check, for not working. Jaron Horton. I did not capitalize that. Anthony Blevins. And other... Let me make sure I didn't spell that name wrong. I'm pretty sure I spelled his name right. I don't want to spell it wrong. Anthony Blevins. Yeah, I spelled it right. Anthony Blevins. Jaron Horton. There we go. Let's put that poll out there. Alright. I saw the end of... Okay, wow, that's an awesome thing, Anthony Becht. Kirby Wilson for the show. Oh no. Honestly, Todd Haley being back wouldn't be too terrible. I mean, hey, it couldn't be as worse as what it was last year. Lou hires the UFL front office. Yeah, another thing, I talked about it a little bit in that video that came out yesterday, but there has actually been some legit effort from the UFL to get people hired. I believe I saw Houston had something similar where they're actually asking for people to do like ticket managing, representation, sales stuff, and all that. Just stuff we've been asking for, and it's great to see. So we love seeing it. So hopefully it all keeps going and it's good. So we'll see there, but it is what it is. Okay, I forgot. I got to make sure I check this. Okay, did I do a video for this season or for this year yet? Okay, I did that one. I did do that video for the community members. Oh, okay, I just want to make sure. It has to be Jaron Horton. Jaron Horton would be a very good hire. I mean, the thing is he was able to improve that team from 22 to 2023 in a huge amount. It's great. This is the Tank Bowl 4 NFL edition. Hey, it's preseason. We can't say that yet. I mean, who knows how the Jets are going to be, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see who plays. It'll be interesting to see if my TV won't freeze up on me because it's currently doing that, which is awesome to see. But it is what it is. But, yeah. So, I mean, again, we're about 5 minutes away from the game starting. I didn't check who is projected to start this game. I would imagine Tyrod's starting the game for the Jets. And I would imagine Bryce Young is starting for the Panthers. He's probably going to play a little bit. Yeah, Bryce Young is the projected starter. We're probably going to see some Andy Dalton, which will be interesting that he's still around, which is kind of wild. I didn't even remember that he was on Carolina, I'm going to be honest. It just, yeah, it's pretty wild. Jets QB. No, Andrew Peasley is going to start for the Jets. Tyrod Taylor will dress. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Andrew Peasley and it's going to be Adrian Martinez. That's what it looks like. So we're probably going to see both those guys get a full half. So this is going to be that game that probably decides who's going to be that, QB3 until Jordan Travis gets back. Super Bowl preview tonight. Oh, no. Did you ever do a video reviewing the expectations? I have not done that one yet. That's another one of those videos I've meaning to get to, but I just haven't yet. I'm assuming you're talking about my expectations heading into the 2023 or 2024 season. I haven't done that yet. I am currently working on an OG USFL video, which I wanted to do, and I got 2 of them that I'm going to be working on, but I'm working on one now, which should come out probably late next week, because I'm probably going to continue doing the UFL players in the NFL this week. We'll see. The longer the UFL lasts, the more it gets in people's minds. That's true. The UFL seems to be more ingrained into people's minds than the XFL or USFL was last year, which is really good. JG9. Yeah, I was assuming he's probably doing this. He basically does a game for, like, everything. Is he doing this exact game, or is he doing a different one? JG9. Let's see. He is currently doing the Lions-Chiefs. It does not look like he's going to be doing this one, which, not surprised at, but yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but, again, hopefully this is going good. I mean, hopefully this whole thing works. I mean, again, it's going to be a weird angle where I'm watching the game because of how this is set up, but it's still going to be, fully live and all that. Hopefully the audio isn't too loud on it, but again, it is what it is. We'll see. Overall, though, I mean, I think it's going to be pretty good. And, yeah, so let's see what the poll says so far. So far, the poll is, wow, really? I'm not surprised that everybody's voting, or 3 of the 4 people have voted for Horton. I mean, it's just, it feels like that's the obvious one, but we'll see. It depends if Blevins is really, kind of guaranteed the job or not, which will be interesting to see, but who knows? What I will say, I'm not looking forward to the NFL season. I'm not looking forward to watching the Carolina Panthers get beat by like 20 every week. I'm not looking forward to watching the Bears dominate or at least be mediocre with our players and our draft picks. I'm not looking forward to it. I really am not looking forward to Panthers football this year. It is what it is. I mean, literally, if you're not a Carolina Panthers fan, I'll just tell you this now. As soon as Cam hurt his shoulder against TJ Watt, the franchise hasn't been the same. It has not been the same since that incident happened. It just all went downhill. Blevins is an amazing coach, though. I mean, he helped, get the Stallions' defense back on track as a defensive assistant, when everything happened with Chavis. So, yeah. One just to limit the pain. Watch my brother stream. One just to limit the pain. Okay, well, the game should be starting now. Again, really nice if this would work. So, okay, it is what it is. It's not fully working, but, whatever. So, game's about to start, and it's going to be something else. I told you about the name change. I'm experimenting making UFL edits inspired by football edits from creators like Pergerod or TWA. Especially in the off-season right now, there really isn't anybody doing UFL content at this point. Like, in terms of, because I know Royce is doing stuff, but in terms of, like, bigger content creators in the UFL, I think I'm the only one still making content. The Comeback Period's channel got, like, hacked again, and either YouTube screwed him or he's just done. Markcast hasn't uploaded in, like, a month. The End Zone hasn't uploaded in, like, 3 weeks, and even then they were all just UFL QB videos. John Lewis Sports hasn't uploaded a UFL video in, like, a month and a half. At this point, I'm, like, the only, like, above 500 subscriber UFL channel still posting about the UFL, which is... I am surprised about, but, I was, United Football Media, they've uploaded, like, 2 videos in the last month. I was shocked. I'm shocked at how little people are posting, but, hey, I'm still doing it, and now we got the NFL season, get to talk about the NFL with it, so yeah. For the championship game, but only for games, you are the only hope, Fox. Yeah, it just kind of is what it is. Again, the Comeback Period probably would still be doing stuff if it wasn't for his channel getting hacked again, but is what it is. I did see that End Zone has been posting on Twitter. It's just that he's not uploading, but in terms of being active, he still is. Markcast is still posting on Twitter. It's just that they're not actually making content, which I was shocked at the Markcast, because I was expecting him to keep doing CFL stuff, because I know there's been a bunch of stuff there, but it is what it is. Let's see, the game should be starting, like, right now, instead of these ads about NC politicians, which are just wild. But yeah. We'll see. So again, for those of you who have joined more recently into this stream, as an FYI, I am doing a fantasy football league. If you want to join that, I have a link to the fantasy football league where, it's a 20-man league. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be wild. 20-man fantasy football league is really wild. So I do have this. So let me just get this up, and we got this one. Link to my fantasy football league. So again, we've got this. If you do decide to join, I would ask you either put your YouTube handle as your team name, or you just let me know in the comments. I know people have done that before, so we'll see. The official flag bearer of the UFL. I will say I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna try, keyword is try to get some sort of media pass to at least a game next year. If the Panthers play again at DC, I'm probably going to try to get one for that game. If not, a different DC game, or maybe even the championship. Who knows if it'll work, but I can't imagine there's that many people asking for it. I do think that once the UFL season is coming closer, I do think we'll see that bump we saw heading into the 2024 season. So when that bump happens, I hope we're able to hit that 1K milestone then. Because we're still going up, it's just slow, but we are still growing. We're 2 subscribers away from 850, which is huge. So we are getting close to 1,000 subscribers. Remember, I am doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So there's a few things that's going to be cool there, but we'll see. Game is starting up now. Again, not looking forward to watching Bryce Young play. Even before that draft, I wanted the Panthers to pick CJ Stroud. I thought he was a better QB. I liked watching him in college more. And we picked Bryce Young, and so far it hasn't worked. So hopefully it does start to work, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if this season, his second year with a better roster around him, a better team, it can all, get a bit better. I can only hope. We'll see, though. We'll see. Now, again, for those of you who don't know the Jets, at least last I saw, it's going to be basically just Peasley and Martinez playing in this game, so they're both going to get huge playing time. It's going to be a big decider in who's going to be that third QB until Jordan Travis gets back healthy. Even then, who knows? But we'll see. They're going to pick CJ. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, it's like the Mac Jones, Kyle Shanahan theory. It's almost an open secret that, I can't remember his name, Frank Reich. Frank Reich wanted to pick CJ Stroud, but Tepper overruled him because he wanted Bryce. Even though one is a head coach and one's an owner, the owner made the deal to get Bryce instead of CJ. I don't know. Wasn't a huge fan of it. Is what it is. I hope it ages better than it did last year. I don't know. We'll see. So the game's about to start, so if you've been here, make sure you like this stream and subscribe if you're not already. We're getting close to 850 like I was talking about earlier. We're getting ready into this one. It should be Bryce Young versus Andrew Peasley to start the game, and then I'd imagine Bryce probably plays one or two series. He didn't play at all last week, which was a bit weird. He didn't play last week. He needs all the experience, but it is what it is. Average David Tepper experience. Yeah, it's like David Tepper, taking the guy's hat off or, doing all the random other stuff. It's just, I hate having David Tepper as an owner of my football team. I really do. It's just, he's been so bad. And he has so much money. Like, he's one of those owners that should be able to basically buy a team a championship in theory, but he just does not care. He thinks he's Jerry Jones in a sense that even at his age, Jerry Jones still does know football. I mean, he might do some crazy things and, weird ways he pays players, but Jerry Jones at least knows some football. David Tepper does not know ball. I'm sorry. I learned today we picked Saquon over Josh Allen. Now I'm mad. I mean, hey, you got to remember, at the time, Josh Allen was a very raw prospect. You usually never drafted a super raw prospect like that out of college, and Saquon was this unfathomably good running back out of Penn State, and it was just like, he was hyped to be a potential, top pick. Did it age all that well? No, injuries happened, he left. But, if you had gotten a quarterback that wasn't Daniel Jones, it might have worked out a bit better. If he didn't have, Ben McAdoo into, I can't remember, or the other coach, I can't remember, then into the Patriots coach. It's just everything worked bad for the Giants. It's just not good. The Dave Canales ads. I forgot about that. We're getting some Dave Canales ads. I'm going to be honest, as a Panthers fan, I know a lot of people are very high on Dave Canales. I think he's a little bit overrated. I don't think he's bad. I think he can be a really solid mind. I just think that he's a bit overhyped. I think that people act like he took this, rags to riches story. Baker Mayfield, even when he was in Carolina, was not as bad as they try to make him out to be. To where when he went to Tampa and everybody was healthy, aside from their O-line, I think that he gets a bit too much credit, but he's still a damn good coordinator, and I think he can be a decent head coach. He's young, so he can stay with his team for a while, but that's the issue Tepper has had. Even though, yes, some of them have deserved to be fired, Tepper gets rid of guys way too quick. He fired Reich midseason out of nowhere. He didn't keep the head coach, the interim coach, that he should have. I don't know. It's just some issues with it. I have my gripes with it. It is what it is. But we'll see. Hopefully, we see everything go good. Again, we have about, I think it's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 UFL players in this game. So that's going to be fun to watch. We've got a bunch of other games going on right now. Got a bunch of stuff. It's going to be fun. So it should be a good stream. Really, it should be. So let's just get right on into this whenever this game starts. Because, doing the pre-stream stuff. Lamar Jackson, the cornerback. Gotta love it. Not to flex, but gotta love the perks of being a community member. If you're a community member, you get, the 5 team emojis. You have to have, 6 more members or something stupid to add a 6th. I don't know why they have such a huge difference, but we added the Memphis Showboats emoji, so we've got 5 emojis. Posted my monthly video earlier this month, and then naturally next month I'll have another video come out. So, yeah, right now I think it's 5 or 6 exclusive videos, yeah. I can't believe The Rock didn't do his part for the Army. Oh. Hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest. Rock, I thank you for that because that gave me my best performing YouTube short, on my channel's history. Thank you, Rock. Everything else you've done for the league, not so good. But for me, that was good. I got benefited. In all seriousness, it really is effed up that The Rock didn't do that. That he didn't do 3 Instagram posts. That's lazy. That's super lazy. He thinks he's all that when it's bro. You are famous. You are mega famous. You're not that guy. You're not that guy that can just screw over the U.S. Army and think that nothing bad's going to happen. It's wild. But getting ready for the opening kickoff. The OG XFL kickoff that probably is going to be brought back to the UFL. I seem to be one of the 20% that doesn't like it, but we'll see. So let's get right on into this. With the opening kickoff, the Panthers are going to be receiving the kick, it looks like. So let's see how they do here. They're wearing their white uniforms. That's great uniforms. And the stands are, it's a preseason game. It's not full, but got that UFL mentality. Let's see, is it going to be in the landing zone? He takes it out to about 15 to 20, and he's going to be tackled at about the 23-yard line. So let's see what Carolina does to start. It's almost like he doesn't care about the league. Makes you think. Bro's too busy voice acting for Disney characters. You a Panthers fan? I've got 2 Cam Newton jerseys. He is one of 2 players I have 2 jerseys for. Yes, I've been a Panthers fan. I really don't like being a Panthers fan because they just keep losing. My stream's connection is dying. Let's go. But yes, I'm a Panthers fan. I wish they were, in the OG form where they had Cam, but it is what it is. Okay, first down play. It's a handoff, and it's going to be almost tackled twice. He ends up getting almost to the line of scrimmage. It's probably going to be about like a half-yard loss. It is what it is for an opening play, but yeah. I follow you for your UFL work. So you're also a Panthers fan, it seems like, Matt Chatter. I mean, it sucks watching the team be so bad for the past like 5 years, but it's nice seeing another Panthers fan, which I assume you are, but yeah. And XL fans try to defend the Rock now. Okay, let's see. I'll get to that in a second. So Bryce Young is not playing in this game, so another week where he's not getting game time, which is bad. Quick handoff immediately to the left. And he is going to get about 4.5 yards for a third down. It's going to be about like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. My most recent jersey is Pacheco. That's a W jersey. Isaiah Pacheco's a dog. XFL is still a more competitive conference. Competitive, yeah. I mean, it was very much it was the top-bottom argument in a sense, or top-heavy versus bottom-heavy. The top 2 teams in the USFL conference were way better. The bottom 2 teams in the USFL conference were way worse. I'm surprised Bryce Young doesn't get playoff time. Or playing time. Yeah, Bryce needs this playing time. It really is wild that they're not giving it to him. He needs to get more experience, and it really is shocked he's not doing it. Gotta love the UFL. I mean, hopefully Adrian Martinez balls out. He should be playing probably in the second half. He's probably going to get the whole half. We'll see what he does. We got a few other guys in here, so yeah. Yeah, Panthers playing nobody. It's wild. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I would love my bitrate went up. I mean, it's not terrible, it looks like, but I'd love it to go up. I do hope Perez does good. I mean, he didn't do insane against, last week, but nobody in the Chargers did, so that was good. All right, let's see what Jack Plummer can do. Last week, Plummer was really rough to watch. Hopefully he does better. That's a nice pass. It's a quick pass to the left, but they're not going to get a first down on it because of the penalty. They got a penalty. That is going to be another, 6-yard gain, but that's a nice quick pass, but yeah. Have you ever gotten a sponsor? I have not. I need to put, a email or something to get stuff to do that. I'd imagine that once I'm over 1,000, maybe. I don't know. The UFL stuff is kind of whack. I don't think, Comeback Period or Marcast ever got one, so it probably wouldn't be for a while, but yeah. 2026 UFL expansion, TB Bandits and LA Wildcats. You'd love to see it, but it's going to be probably New Orleans and, Seattle or Omaha or something like that. All right, 3rd and 16. Plummer drops back, immediately throws a pass to the right. It's going to be a screen pass. Flag on the play. Running around to the middle, goes to the left. The 25, first down, but there's a penalty. That is a first down, but there is a penalty. Let's see what this is. This could be bad for the Panthers, but if not, that is a first down. Either way, the Jets are going to have to accept that penalty, so that's good. Offensive pass interference, it sounds like they're going to have to replay the down. Look, man, once you get haters, you're golden. If you don't have haters, you ain't legit yet. I've had a couple of comments like that, but it's been a while since I've gotten them, but there's always a couple of them once in a while. A good night if Mingo got good. It would be nice to see that, but this is going to be... Let's see, as long as we see some improvement from the Panthers this preseason game, they put up 3 points last week. That was not fun. I hated watching that game last week. 3rd and 16, let's see what Carolina can do here. They were able to pull it off last time, but penalty forced them to have to redo this. Hopefully you don't do a screen pass. It's the one thing I hate about NFL football is they always do those screen passes at 3rd and 16. Let's see what they do here. It's going to be a fake throw, quick handoff. About a 4 or 5 yard gain, they're going to have to punt the ball. So, not a super productive first drive for the Carolina Panthers, but, there was a bit of flashes. That was a good play, just the penalty kind of screwed them. They're just jealous of you, Fox. Even I have haters, though not long time. Mostly people just arguing. I have seen some of the haters on Reddit. I'm not, on Reddit, but I've, as I mentioned Callywood in one of my posts, I do look on Reddit. I've seen a lot of people get upset at you for, no reason. You deserve a silent interview on the UFL broadcast. We'll see what happens. Again, I'll contact the UFL people I have to contact. I'll see if I can get a media pass. I mean, I know UFL Update got one on Instagram like a couple of times, so I'd assume if he gets one, I could probably get one, but we'll see. I mean, I know people, I know Webb, not like a face-to-face, but I've talked to Webb, I've talked to XFL Update, great guy. I've talked to a few guys, so we'll see. Like, what did I do? I remember, you put out, basic stuff, and they're, just a take, and they'd be like, oh my god, nope, how could you? Or, that's wild. I remember seeing some of those. All right, score is 0-0 on a commercial break. So I'm going to address something really quick about The Rock thing. My theory is that The Rock is only in the UFL because Danny wants to be in the UFL, because Danny does care about the league, but doesn't necessarily have the funds Rock does to do it. That's my opinion. That's my guess, what I think about it. My evidence is that The Rock was basically nowhere to be found this past season. And Danny was. She and Daryl Johnson, who also loves the league, was around. That's my theory. All right, well, the Jets are going to have decent field position. It's not going to be insane, but it is going to be some decent position. We'll see exactly what they're able to pull off. So, let's see what they can do. There we go. That's better. Can't remember the post, but it might be on another subreddit. I got killed for it. I will say I am a Carolina Hurricanes fan. Mad Chat, if you're still here, I don't know for sure if you are. I'd assume you're probably a Carolina Hurricanes fan as well. I am planning to go to the Eric Staal jersey retirement night, as long as tickets aren't insanely expensive. I haven't been to a jersey retirement before. Eric Staal is very arguably the GOAT Carolina Hurricane. It'd either be him or Brindamore, depending how much value you give coaching and all that. I'd love to be there. Jake Bates puts it through. I know that's the Lions game, but still, that's great. That's all I want to hear. If he can do it, if we can see another kicker make it, oh, that'd be huge. I mean, I know people would say it's a kicker merchant league, but if we can see a second kicker legitimately make it, that'd be crazy, especially because that was a game-winning kick. I just looked at it. Yeah, game-winning kick to win the game. So he pulled a clutch kick in a preseason NFL game. That's huge. Love to see that. Love to see that. Imagine Tom Brady helping the UFL. I would love to see him be a legit broadcaster, be a partner, or one of those guys would be great. I root them. I love the Hurricanes. I just wish that they understood that sometimes you have to make drastic measures. If your head coach has been the same guy and it hasn't worked, I don't know. I don't know about that. So let's see what the Panthers can do on defense, what the Jets can do on offense. This is going to be Andrew Peasley starting this game. So let's see if he can continue what he did. He was not terrible last week. He actually was pretty decent. It's just that Martinez had everything. Quick handoff to the right. Really solid run. Almost a first down, but they're probably going to call that a 9-yard unless they give him forward progress. It's going to be about a 2nd and 1. That's a good play right there. Now for the Panthers, not a good play. Again, I hate watching the Panthers sometimes. It just is what it is. But we'll see. I remember the 50-yard field goal against my Giants. See Matt Corral. I did see that. That was cool to see because of the JJ injury. It sucks that he got hurt. It really does. Especially all the hate he had. He really needed a rookie season. Sucked to see him go down. But Matt Corral got the job there, which is nice. Jake Bates and Brandon Aubrey BCF for sure. Nice toss. That's a good toss play right there. That's one of the few times I'd say a toss play is a really good idea there. That was a nice toss play for about a 4-yard gain, first down. I hit rock bottom when the Packers beat the Chiefs last year. UFL did a lot of things right last year. They did, and I'm just glad that the offseason they've been realizing what they did wrong and listening to the fans, making season ticket benefits better, hiring people for off-season jobs like, ticket sales and, marketing and all that. That's all really good to see. I'm glad they're doing that. So hopefully next season will be great, and we'll see. You can only hope. All right, 1st and 10, another handoff. And it's about a 1.5-yard gain. So the Panthers are able to finally stop the run somewhat, which is good for them. Again, if you're new here to the stream, make sure you like the stream if you're enjoying it. And if you enjoy it and you enjoy UFL content or even NFL content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I am going to be doing a decent amount of, UFL players to NFL stuff during this year. I might live stream a couple more NFL games. Probably will. So if you end up enjoying this, make sure to stay here. Again, if you want to join a fantasy football league, this is a link to my fantasy football league that I am in. This is a 20-man league. We've got about half of it full. So if you want to join a nice, fun league, make sure to click on that. Let's see what the Jets do here. 2nd and 9. I'd expect flag on the field. I would expect this to finally be a pass play. I wouldn't be shocked with a play action, but it's probably going to be a legit pass. I can't imagine they're going to keep running the ball, especially when the last one didn't go all that well. You're not going to just keep running the ball. We'll see. Imagine Hakeem Butler torching up teams. That would be great to see. I mean, I think it's cool that we've seen like over 60 players get signed from the UFL. I think we're getting close to having the second most players signed going back to the AAF, which is crazy. Excuse me. I'm going Rangers time. Let's see. Quick pass to the right. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain. What was that? How hurt Dane Jackson? I don't know. Oh, I remember that. I think I haven't kept up fully with all the Panthers stuff in the offseason. Just looking it up, it looks like Dane Jackson might miss probably a few weeks. I know ESPN says it's probably going to be like 6 weeks. All right, 3rd and 9 for the Jets. Let's see what they can pull off here. Okay, handoff, drop back, about a 4-step drop back. Running up, he's going for it. Peasley's going for it, and he slides just short of the first down, but that might be enough for them to be in long field goal range. So it's a decent run. Martinez would have gotten first down, though. Yeah, I remember. I think the whole thing was his drops, and then his injuries definitely hurt him, because I remembered him being on the Cardinals. I legitimately remembered that. Hakeem Butler. I forgot. Oh, that's right. Did he not get signed? I don't think he did. Oh, he was in the Bengals, something like that, yeah. Cool. All right, they're going for it. Wow, the Jets are going to go for it. Do a fake handoff. Peasley's running. Ooh, bad throw. He threw a very quick pass. Chase Garber's ass slide. That was a good play design, but Peasley threw the ball a bit too low on the ground. Was through to his running back's feet. If it was higher, probably would have been first down. I would have taken the long field goal, get some practice in your kicker, is what it is. In this fantasy football league. I'm glad you and your friend were able to join it. I mean, it's definitely going to be fun. I've never been in a 20-person league because that means that your draft picks really are going to matter. But yeah, Chase Garber's catching fades. Memphis Stadium upgrade, what do you think? I like it. I like that the stadium's getting improved. And from everything that it appears to be, it's for the UFL's sake, it's not going to affect it too much because of how their attendance was. That even the areas that are going to be, unable to have people sit there, they're still going to be able to potentially get more attendance than they had. So I think it is what it is. Could Magoo return? I genuinely think he could return if he really wanted to. Go back to Skip, go back to the Stallions, dominate again would be crazy. I remember thinking Hakeem Butler is going to be the next Calvin Johnson. Chase Garbs. I will say, look, again, I'm not a Redditor. I just browse it. Callywood is a legend, posts my videos on there. I remember looking in the comments of my top 5 best QB video, and somebody said, how is Chase Garbers on there? And I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, who are you going to put above Chase Garbers for 5th? You're putting Danny Etling? Danny Etling absolutely got obliterated in the playoff game, and he was not a better regular season QB than Garbers. That's it. So I'm like, I'm sorry, but yeah, Chase Garbers was the 5th best UFL quarterback this past season. And I only say that because I counted if you played 2 full games, meaning I did not count Perkins because he didn't play enough. But yeah. Magoo broke his leg. I don't think Magoo broke his leg. It was something else. In fact, I don't remember for sure what it was. Let me look this up while we're in a commercial break. I don't believe it was his leg. It might have been. Let me check. He was put on a receiver, and I think he just got cut. I don't think he got hurt. I think he just got waived. No, he was in the PUP list. Yeah. He was in the PUP list. Yeah, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I remember it now. But, I mean, I still wouldn't be shocked. I mean, Case Cookis broke his leg and ended up playing again, We could see. I don't know. I mean, if they thought remember, he really was an athletic QB. I mean, people forget just how insane on the ground he was with the Stallions back in 2023. So, if you have enough QBs on your roster and you think a guy could be a wide receiver, why not? I mean, it's just like, if they think that he wasn't good enough to be a legit QB, but, like, would you rather have a 4th-string QB or would you rather have, like, a 2nd-string wide receiver, potentially? I can see that. All right, let's see. The Panthers are going back on the field. Let's see what the Panthers can do here. Hopefully the drive is better. They're at decent field position. You know, they're about a little past the 30-yard line. Let's see. It's going to be a little shuttle pass in front. Stop, and he's going to be tackled about a half-yard loss. Is there going to be any prize for first place in the fantasy league? I honestly don't know for sure. I was thinking about doing a small little prize, which I might do, but I'd have to think what I'd want to do for it. I honestly probably will do a small thing, but don't quote me on that. It all depends exactly what I end up doing. Because, I mean, I feel like I have enough for my 1,000 subscriber special. I mean, I don't think I need even more than what I've got. I added on to that one. So I'll probably, like, if I do an order from the UFL shop, I'll probably get an extra something to put as the first place prize, or some sort of commitment saying if you win, I'm going to get this. I don't know for sure yet. I'm not going to post anything about that unless I know for 100% sure that I am going to do that. But I wouldn't be shocked if I add something as a first place prize. I just don't know for sure right now. That's basically the honest truth that I can say about it. Do you think Jamar is the most underrated QB in the UFL? I'll answer that in a second. All right, 1st and 10 play. Drops back to throw. Throws to the left. Great catch. Out of bounds, about a 6-yard gain. I think Jamar, from what I get, the overall ongoing theory is that his injury was like bad to the point where he is a like emergency QB-ish. Again, I'm not saying this for sure. I didn't go fully into it. It seems that it's a bit like a risky-ish move to keep him as a legit starter, but he could still very well play at that elite level he was playing at prior to his sickness and injuries, as he was a championship-winning quarterback. All right, that's a great play for the Panthers. That's going to be a first down play right there. TV was bugging out a little bit, didn't see the beginning of it. I don't know why. Some of my stuff's just kind of bugging out right now, but is what it is. A little bit of a bad bit rate. It's like at 2800 when it's supposed to be a bit higher, but, you know, can't really control that. All right, that was a good play with the Panthers. Again, last week they put up like 3 points, so anything more than 3 is a massive success for them. 1st and 10 play. Let's see what they pull off here. One man in the backfield behind Plummer. Hands off to him. It's going to be a 0-yard gain. It's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10. But they are all basically within long field goal range. Hopefully they take the points instead of what the Jets did, which the Jets did not take the points. We'll see if they do that. I think Jamar Smith loved being more of a teacher. He could be an amazing OC. I think so too. He definitely knows. I mean, watching him in 2022, there were some of those games where you're just like, wow, this guy's good. He was really underrated in 2022. People forget how good he was before, like, he got sick, like, about 2/3 through the season, and he wasn't the same after that. But that, like, first half stretch, oh my God, he was incredible. Plummer drops back to pass as a fake handoff. Quick pass out to the right, and is immediately tackled for about a 1.5-yard gain. It's going to be about like 3rd and 8.5, 3rd and 9. So again, not the most insane thing, but yeah. Sign into chat. Wow, I'm so glad my OBS is asking me to sign into my YouTube channel. That's why I'm not going to do it. I was about to go do the NFC football team, and then I realized it's ESPN Fantasy Football. I mean, yeah, I know. Hold up. 3rd and 7. Wow, they gave him that much. 3rd and 7. Plummer drops back to pass. Quick pass in the middle. Great slant. First down for the Panthers. About a 10-yard gain. The app. Yeah, I don't remember how big the app is, but I know there's some other stuff you can do on it, which is definitely fun. Like, I know I did the over-under team records last year, and I did really well. Obviously, I didn't win anything, but I did really well on it. It was fun. I'm excited to see the UFL college draft. First overall pick, Jason Bean for the Colts today. I forgot that he's on. There's a lot of stuff going on today. Got 15 people. Love to see it. It is definitely going to be good. But yeah, the fantasy football app, I mean, it'll be fun. So yeah. If you want to do it, I enjoy fantasy football on ESPN. I think it's basic. Handoff didn't go well. It's going to be potentially a 4 or 5 yard loss. Depends where they get forward progress, but there is a flag on the field, so let's see what that is. ESPN Fantasy Football is like the most basic one, and I enjoy it. It is simple. It is what it is. There's like message boards, chats you can have. So that's kind of what I benefit or like the most about it. All right, let's see what the Panthers can do here. There's only 4 minutes and 43 seconds left. It is going to be a penalty on the defense. It's going to be 1st and 5 for Carolina, which is good for them. Again, they are getting close to actually scoring a touchdown, something that has been very difficult for the Panthers to do for a while now. even dating back to last season. So getting a touchdown would be really cool to see. Let's see if they can pull it off. All right, one man behind Plummer in the backfield, lining right under center, and there's a flag on the field again. Derek Dillon comes back, and Jason Mealy just showed us to a 10-0 season. My delusional take. Oh my gosh. Not an ESPN account. Yeah, they did something really weird with it, where they've made it to where your ESPN account is like linked to a Disney account. I just used my login to my ESPN account, and it counted as a Disney account. Apparently, it's like they retroactively made an ESPN account a Disney account. Why they do it, I don't know, but that's what they chose to do. All right, Plummer, some action in the backfield, and he does a really nice end around to the third option, and he's going to be tackled about a 4-yard loss. I'm excited for a UFL season 2, especially when UFL seems like they're trying to grassroots marketing by hiring marketing teams, which is very promising, especially since they're doing it in the areas, they're doing everything the right way. It's really nice to see them doing stuff. I just hope they don't fall into some of the same issues that happened last year. I hope we see Houston actually get tickets sold early. I hope we see Michigan get tickets sold early, because it's once again looking like they're going to delay until they figure something out. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Just to join the league, nice to have you in there. I think that makes us to 9 left. Depends if Nope joins, we'll have like 8 left. Hopefully we can get all 20 spots. If not, we'll run a league with like 12 to 15, whatever people in it. It'll be a fun time. A nice deep pass by Plummer. Ooh, could have been a great catch, but it was a little bit. That was great coverage. That was just a great play by everybody involved. Just couldn't make the catch. 3rd and 14. Let's watch the replay. Yeah, that was a decent throw. Might have been a little bit too far out of bounds, but it was still a decent throw. It was a good play. Okay, my phone connected to the internet? Do I really have to get this out of it just to make it a little bit better? That's the one thing I need to invest in. I mean, granted, because of where everything is, I'd have to get like a huge one, but I mean, I don't know, maybe I get a huge Ethernet cable. I don't know. Okay, Plummer goes in front. Quick pass to about a 4-yard gain, and then runs for another 2 yards. This is really easy field goal range. Could we do it? Okay, everyone tell your friends and family about the UFL for sure. If I find my account login, we will be good to go. Problem, I have no idea. I have fantasy football. So fantasy football, there's going to be a draft date, which I'm going to put a community post. I'm going to put a message board on there about when the draft date is. Essentially, it's going to be a PPR league. You get points for every reception. You get points for yards and all that. Essentially, you're trying to get players that get touchdowns and get a ton of yards. You want to get defenses that get a bunch of sacks and turnovers. You want to get kickers that kick a lot of field goals. With a 20-man league, it's a bit different than normal. Kick is up, and it is down a little bit to the left. It is good. Field goal, 3-0. Panthers have the lead. But with fantasy football, you basically get starting quarterbacks, get backup quarterbacks, and all that. It's easier to see it once you're in it fully, where you basically build a team where we're doing the basic one. So you have a starting quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, a flex, which can be any of those. You get a defense, and you get a kicker. And you have like 5 bench spots, and you have 1 IR slot for an IR player. And you basically just try to get the best players you can from the draft. If somebody gets hurt, you either put them on IR, or you release them and sign somebody else. There's a few things you can do like that. It's fun. I mean, my first year I did it, I didn't do all that great, but it was still fun to do it. But my second year in the fantasy football league I was in, I actually did finish like second, or I finished third in the league. I think it was Devin Duvernay of the Ravens, or somebody like that. I didn't start, and he ended up dropping like 30 points, and I lost by like 5 points in the semifinal. And I may have won the final if I was in it, but I wasn't. It was still fun. It was improvement. I enjoyed it. So, I mean, if you find it, yeah. It pretty much is build a super team, but in a 20-man league, it's really crazy because you have to think about when do you want to draft a QB, when do you want to draft a running back. Because usually fantasy football leagues are 10-man leagues where like you can get 2 legit starting quarterbacks, whereas in a 20-man league, you're going to be able to get a starter, but your backup's going to be a bit questionable. You're not going to be able to get like a good fantasy team realistically could have, like if you get lucky, you could have like Christian McCaffrey and then another really good running back. But in a 20-man league, it's going to be fun. I mean, I've never been in a 20-man league. It'll be really interesting. So if you end up finding it and joining, it's fun. It's a bit wild. You do have to keep up with it at least like one day every week. Or if you want to be a giga tryhard every day. But it's fun. I mean, I really do enjoy it. And again, like I was talking about earlier, if I decide to order something from the UFL shop, I will probably add something to that order to be a first place prize for the fantasy league. I just don't know for sure if I'm gonna do that yet, so I don't want to make any promises when I don't know for sure. But I probably will. Again, it depends if I buy something. There's been some things I've been debating on buying for a while now, but I just haven't for one reason or another. But if I do, I'll probably get something for the Fantasy Football League. Panthers Hall of Honor. I mean, I'm so glad Julius Peppers got in first ballot Hall of Fame. I was expecting him to get robbed just because they usually seem to rob people who deserve it. Like, it should not have taken, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. It shouldn't have taken Patrick Willis as long as it did to get in the Hall of Fame. Because everybody's talking about Luke Kuechly is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm thinking, like, man, if Patrick Willis wasn't a first ballot, Luke's got to wait at least a year. I'm sorry, he just does. Kickoff to the Jets. To the 25, 30, gets tackled out of bounds about the 32-yard line. They might give him forward progress to the 33. We'll see. Let's see the Panthers. I mean, again, I'm assuming that Peasley's probably going to play for the entire half. And then in the second half, we're probably going to see Martinez play the whole time. But we'll see for sure. UFL tweeted about Jake Bates' game-winning kick. Not surprised. Great to see. Gotta love seeing this. Everybody on the UFL is talking about Jake Bates' kick. Peasley's going to run it again for about a 4-yard gain. Not the most insane play, but still a decent one. All right. 2nd and 7 now. Let's see if the Jets are going to be able to pull this off. Again, as a UFL fan, you hope they don't. As a Jets fan, you hope they do. As a Panthers fan, you hope they don't. So let's see. I do know one thing. The Commanders' name is to go back to being the Redskins, or go bring the Redskins back. Peasley drops back. No, he just hands off. Wow, that's a huge hole. That was an easy, that was about a 12-yard gain. There is a penalty. Could be in the offense because that was a very big hole for them to just run right through. Looks like a penalty on the offense. Not surprised. You don't see a hole that big to just... Yeah, it's a penalty on the offense. Yeah, the commies' name is just... Because the worst part is people started to actually grow to liking the football team name, the Washington football team. People started to like it. And as soon as people said, you know what, we're okay keeping this, they said, watch this. We're going to rename our team the Commanders, have a red and yellow color scheme so we can be called the Commies. What a great idea. What could go wrong? Yeah, they need to either go back to the Redskins or the Washington football team. Peasley's in the shotgun with one man to his left. Let's see what he does here. 2nd and 17. Fakes the handoff. Quick pass for about a 5-6 yard gain. Going to be about a 5-6 yard game. Every time Jake Bates walks out for a kick, the broadcast is going to pull up the 64-yard field goal. Oh, that's for sure. I still remember that. That was a wild time seeing that kick go through. Just seeing that, that was insane. I remember that. I was, on the way home, from an hour trip or something. And I remember that, on the way home and just watching that on my phone. I Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, no way he's going to make this. And just goes up, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. It was insane. At 3rd and 12 for Peasley and the Jets. Once again, in shotgun with one man with him in the backfield. 3 out to the right. Drops back. Runs to the right. Looks like he's going to scramble for it. He's running for it. And he's going to be tackled about probably 7 yards short. They're going to have to punt the ball. Cowboys versus Redskins, fire. Never saw it, but fire. It was an insane rivalry. That whole division is the division is a rivalry. I hate when people only say, the Eagles, Giants, or they say Cowboys, Redskins. That whole division is just history. Had to do it twice. What you think of the XFL kickoff in the NFL? I personally never was the biggest fan of the XFL kickoff for the sole reason that it's one of those things where, to a casual, it's hard to easily understand it. The landing zone, what constitutes a safety, what constitutes as a penalty. And as a visual, I liked the USFL kickoff better because it did its job of being safer than the regular kickoff, but it still looked traditional and it had good returns. The idea that the XFL kickoff had better returns, I never bought that argument because the USFL had really good ones. Now, I will say, should the UFL change it? Even though I really do prefer the or the USFL kickoff by a wide margin, because the NFL has it, I would. It's the same reason I wanted the UFL to go to the USFL's 2 feet catch instead of the XFL's 1 foot catch. If you're building a league where the main goal is to get these players into the NFL and bring exposure to the league, you keep NFL rules. So if the NFL has the XFL kickoff, the UFL should have it. And then minor differences like the Super Challenge, the extra points should stay, even though I prefer the USFL and thus the current UFL kickoff. Okay, my TV is bugging out. Let's go. Just finished the first quarter, but Panthers are still up 3-0 over the New York Jets. Again, Andrew Peasley is playing against Jack Plummer, the QB battle of the century right there. And we'll see what happens in the second half, because again, the second half, after the second is when I'm probably going to see both teams make QB changes. Hopefully, Adrian Martinez comes in and plays really well, but we still have another quarter of Andrew Peasley, which it'll be interesting to see. Unless they decide to do the 50-50 way where they do that first quarter and second quarter. It'll be interesting to see if they do that, but yeah. Okay, TV, I'm going to need you to stop bugging out. Get this a little bit better, too. Okay. Okay, and my TV fixed itself. Let's go. It didn't. There we go. That's better. Fixed it a little bit. I apologize for that, but again, first time doing a stream where I'm using a TV instead of a phone, so I can actually react to a game currently going on instead of a stream, or instead of doing it through a streaming app where it's about like a 20-second delay. Yeah, TV doesn't want to watch the game. Andrew Peasley versus Jack Plummer. True. Just right now, we got some more political ads. I mean, let's go. We got those Mark Robinson, Josh Stein ads going back and forth at each other. You gotta love every 2 years you get all those ads where it's just they make the other guy look like the absolute worst person on earth. It's wild. Oh my god, bro, that's wild. Hey, bro, is it... I mean, I'm wearing a football jersey, a chain. I've got a unshaven beard and mustache. I mean, hey, I am getting a haircut tomorrow. The next video you see, I'm going to be looking a lot different. It's going to be one of those wild ones. I mean, I only get like 4 haircuts a year, if that. Not one of those guys that gets it like every time. So far, the game stats. Plays, really bad for both of them. Penalties, there's been so far 7 penalties for 58 yards across both teams. In 1 quarter. 1 quarter. It's 4th and 2, but the Jets are actually going to punt the ball here. I think it's actually 4th and 7, but they're going to punt the ball. Yeah, 4th and 7, they're going to punt the ball here. That's a good decision. You don't want to go for this one, obviously. They shouldn't have gone for it the first time. They should have kicked the field goal, but, hindsight's 20/20. So let's see how this punt is. Ball is snapped. Punt is in the air, and let's see where it lands. This is a deep punt. This is going all the way back. It's received at the 10-yard line. That's a great punt. And there's not really going to be a return. It's about like a 4-yard return. I'm going to get like the same haircut, I hope. I'm going to the same place, so it should be the same thing. Just put on Roughnecks with Showboat's highlights. Oh my god. Can't wait for college football to go herd. I am looking forward to college football again. It's been a while. Like, seeing the games in the atmosphere is going to be great. Like, it's always great watching college football. You don't even have to, like, root for a college. It's always fun watching college football games, especially when you have games like, games like at Penn State, at Michigan, at Alabama, at Clemson, and you're going to have this unbelievable crowd. It's always great to watch. And I know Real Madrid football, like soccer football, starts tomorrow. It's just, it's that good time where you hit that, like, August, September, October mark where you got all of the leagues basically going strong, and it's great. About to just rewatch St. Louis versus Beham. That was a great game. UFL needs to go to the Lions and Panthers games. That would honestly be true. Especially with, I think you've had, like, 2 or 3 Michigan Panthers players go to Detroit Lions. It is what it is. All right, 2nd and 6 for the Carolina Panthers with Jack Plummer in at QB still. He's going to play like a half, and I'm not looking forward to it. Let's see what happens here. 1 man in the backfield with him out of shotgun. Gets the ball, does an immediate handoff. Woo, great break. Just broke 2 tackles. First down. Going to be about a 12 to 15 yard gain. That was a great run right there. That's what you want to see from one of your backups. Insane run. That was a good play. College football is so awesome because you get all the local communities and small college towns involved, which is what I really hope the UFL can start doing better. Put on Maulers versus Panthers playoffs. That was easily, I think, the 3rd best game in USFL history, the modern USFL. Peak A.J. Perry, that was insane. Lions and Michigan Panthers is goated. Your next 4 expansion teams in the UFL. I'll answer that in a second. Let's see. Jack Plummer, 1 man behind him. Fakes the handoff. Quick pass out to the right. A really short, low pass, but he was able to reach down and get it. Only about a 1 yard gain for the Carolina Panthers. That's going to be about a 2nd and 9. Next 4 expansion teams. New Orleans Breakers for sure. They're going to be back. Seattle Sea Dragons. I hope they bring them back to the Dragons. Would not be shocked. Then Omaha probably would get a team, or Oklahoma City, one of those 2, and then probably a team somewhere in Florida. That would be my instant guess of the next 4 teams. Omaha or Oklahoma City. Seattle, New Orleans. New Orleans is number 1. They're the team that's definitely going to get one. And then probably Florida. 2nd and 11. They didn't even give him a yard. Let's see. Again, 1 man behind Plummer. It's going to be about maybe a 1 yard gain with forward progress. UFL 2K mod is crazy, though. I also saw the UFL stuff that's in college football, since college football 25 actually has lived up to the hype. About to rewatch Alex Magoo highlights. That was insane. His highlight tape is crazy from 2023. I mean, it's like Adrian Martinez highlights, like even more crazy, because like you're just like, wow. I mean, it was crazy. Again, Carolina Panthers football. All I know, the worst thing is knowing that this kind of game that I have on is what is straight up going to be every football game for the season. Like, even when Bryce Young is back, it's still going to be just bad football. Plummer immediately gets pressured, doesn't run quick enough, gets sacked. They're going to have to punt. Those are great locations for the UFL. I really do hope they go to New Orleans next year. I really hope they don't, wait for it. The Breakers fan base was rabid despite never having the team there. 42-2. Oh, no. The Todd Haley masterclass right there. You're lucky I don't have my USB in on here and I put that picture on screen. I don't have it, and I'm not going to go do all that effort. I'm just going to leave it. You're lucky. But yeah, Panthers are going to punt the ball. Let's see what happens. But yeah, Panthers football is just... The past, 2 years especially, Carolina Panthers football has just been so aggravating to watch. Because especially when you'd have those seasons where it was 3 straight seasons, may have been 4. Some of them just kind of blend together, where they would either start 6-2 or finish 6-2, but then the other half was them going 1-7. And so they have these god-awful records where you're not good enough to make the playoffs, but you're not bad enough to get a top 5 pick. And then the 1 year you are bad enough to get a top pick, you traded it away because you traded for the number 1 overall pick to draft the second best quarterback. It's crazy. I mean, like I talked about earlier in the stream, I was always a CJ Stroud guy over Bryce Young. I never watched Bryce Young and said, yeah, this dude is going to be that guy in the NFL. I did watch CJ Stroud and say, this guy is going to be good. What can go wrong will go wrong. Hey, it's like the Dallas Cowboys mentality right there. It really is. You got to love it. How good was the preseason hype for the... Oh, man. If you're not a true spring football super fan, you have no idea what G-Man's talking about. The 2022 Tampa Bay Bandits. I was part of that. So many people were. We talked about Te'amu being the best QB in the league. We talked about them having the best coaching staff by a country mile. We talked about that roster being the best in the whole league. And that team was nowhere near the best team in the league. That team underperformed, so it just was bad. They had no real running back. Te'amu was not as good as he was advertised. That was bad. That was so bad. That preseason hype was crazy. I've gotten into so many communities. I mean, it's better late than never. I mean, it took me a while to get into football. I mean, I was a lot older than you would imagine when I got into football. I mean, it wasn't even college football was even worse. I didn't really get into college football until about 2020, 2021. That's when I got fully into it, was really then. And I'd been into regular like NFL for a while, but yeah. Martinez has been good, so is Jake Bates. I mean, Jake Bates just kicked that game-winning field goal, which was crazy to see. Hopefully Martinez continues what he did last week, because he's probably going to be in the second half of this game, which is the whole point of this game. Well, and I'm a Panthers fan. But hopefully he continues being good. Put that nightmare in my head, lol. From you to JG9 to Chat Sports. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go over here. JG9. Let's see. He is... Wow, he's not doing a live stream right now? I'm kind of shocked. Oh, he's going to do a post-game. Okay. 3-0 for the Panthers. I mean, I love seeing these scores be like the exact same every single game. It's wild. The fact I was born the year before Eli won the second Super Bowl, then the Giants suck my entire life. I mean, I watched Super Bowl 50, but even then I wasn't a full-blown football fan. My first full-blown season was the season Cam absolutely wrecked his shoulder. Like, I watched 2017 when they made it to the playoffs and just, got beat in that bad game against the Saints. But I was fully invested in football the year after, and watching Cam get his shoulder messed up by TJ Watt that sucked. Because that moment ended the franchise, basically, to what it is now. That single moment in time. Peasley's running. He's scrambling. Oh, big sack. That's like a 20-yard loss right there. That is a terrible play for Peasley. Us UFL fans are living it up right now. That's the kind of play that will get you demoted without the backup doing anything. That is a bad play. He fakes the handoff. He keeps running back. He slips and falls. I mean, that was a bad play by Peasley. That was really bad, like legitimately. Not even as like a UFL fan wanting Martinez to do well, that was a terrible play by Peasley. You hate to see that. What could have been if Cam doesn't get hurt? If Cam doesn't get hurt, he legitimately is an MVP candidate in 2018. The Panthers probably finish like 12-4, 13-3, and they have a legit opportunity to make it to the Super Bowl. Instead, he gets hurt, and the team just tanks. Which stadiums will the expansion be playing at? What names OKC and Omaha, Florida will be? I know a lot of people want the Nighthawks to return if they decide to go after the rights to the Omaha Nighthawks, and I would agree with that. Stadiums, I don't know for sure. I haven't looked fully into those ones. I did a while ago, but I haven't recently. Florida, I would say you either bring back the Guardians, you could bring back the Vipers to Tampa Bay, but you could bring back the Bandits to Tampa Bay as well. You have options for Florida. Now, OKC, no idea what you would do for sure. Adrian Martinez season, I want Martinez to come back to the UFL next season. I mean, hey, if Magoo returns, I mean, you basically get Martinez, but like even better last time he played. Low-key wouldn't hate it if my team went 17-0 off of 3-0 games. Adrian Martinez for Rookie of the Year MVP. Dude, that would be so crazy. I mean, like I said, I want knock on wood, but it is legitimately possible Adrian Martinez gets playing time for the Jets this year if he makes the roster. Like, you hate to say it, but Rodgers has been injury prone. Tyrod literally got punctured by his own doctor, but has been injury prone. Jordan Travis is injured. It's possible. I mean, you hope you don't see it as a true football fan, but it could happen. When I thought of the UFL game, I remember that one. I do remember seeing that one at all. I mean, I remember you posting that, and everybody was just like, oh my god, how could you? It's like, yeah, it's not going to be for a while, but like, bro, you don't got to be a hater about it. Just looks so weird in an NFL jersey. I just can't see him in an NFL. Because, I mean, he's been a preseason guy, but like, when you think of Prez, you think of him with the Birmingham Iron. You think of him in the XFL with the Renegades. You think of him with the Generals. Like, when you see Luis Prez, you are always looking at him in a spring football lens. It definitely is weird to see him on like another team. I definitely do agree with that. It is definitely weird for that. And so far, Easton's stick in that game for the Chargers is 6 of 10 for 33 yards. That is not incredible in any way, shape, or form, so we'll see. Martinez should play. I went to the championship game and I thought he can be a starter. I mean, he put my UFL bias aside. When you watch him play, he is mobile. He is legitimately NFL QB mobile, to the point where he is more mobile than a decent amount of good starters in the NFL. His accuracy is a bit worse than many starters, but he has a strong arm and he has a good ground game. He can be like a Jake Browning. He can show up for a couple of games and play really solid. without any UFL bias, he legitimately could be a starter. Would he be like a year-to-year starter? I can't say for sure without seeing him play against NFL talent. But without him playing against NFL starters, I think he legitimately could be somebody who starts and wins a couple of games, like Jake Browning did. Jake Browning has some things that he's good at, but he's able to play and win games. Man looks like a Michael, though. The beard and the voice sounds like a Michael. I do know a Michael, and he has a similar beard. Well, not anymore, but he used to, but yeah. Why aren't you going to the doctor anymore? Tired, I got punched. That's still wild that story happened, that he didn't play because his doctor punctured his lung. Perez also made the Chargers QB room better. Yeah, that QB room for the Chargers, I didn't realize how bad it was until I saw Perez sign there and looked at it and said, wow, Easton Stick and Max Duggan are your backups? Like, yikes. All right, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. We're back on commercial break. We're at the 20-yard line. Drops back. Plummer throws to the right. He gets hit as he throws. It's going to be incomplete. That might be intentional grounding, but he was hit, so I don't think so. But that was a great defense right there. He did get the ball out in time instead of holding it, so that is a decent play right there. Refs are talking. Let's see. Orange beard and a mustache. Yeah, it looks like on the throw forward, he was hit on the arm, so yeah. If Herbert gets hurt, I mean, Perez could legitimately win the backup job. I mean, he could. I mean, they're probably going to go with Stick because Stick knows the offense, but Perez could win that job. I mean, Easton Stick is not like that guy. Tyrod has launched so many QB careers. He has to be one of the most unlucky QBs. His time with Buffalo will always be weird. He gets them to the playoffs for the first time in almost 2 decades, and then they say, well, we're going to draft the QB by Tyrod. Like, he got screwed over there. Quick pass out to the left is incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 10. But yeah, Tyrod, that was the one that really hurt. But I mean, hey, fun fact. Hold up. Tyrod Taylor is a Super Bowl champion. Just an FYI to all you guys. Oh yeah, I was remembering it right. Tyrod Taylor did win a Super Bowl. So he has that. He is a Super Bowl champion, so you got to give him credit there. He won it as a backup, but he still is a Super Bowl champion. You can't take that away from him. All right, let's see what happens here. 3rd and 10, one man right to his right, and he hands the ball off for a draw. It's about a 4-yard gain. They're going to have to punt the ball. Man, I love watching Carolina Panthers football. I love a 3-0 score 20 minutes into the game, knowing that this is what I'm going to watch in the regular season as well. Well, no, it'll probably be like 10-3 with the other team winning. That's probably what it will be, but hey, you know, if my expectation is we as the Carolina Panthers are going to go like 2-15 and we finish 3-15, I'm psyched. We did way better than I expected. So yeah, a name reveal. And true that. I mean, technically it is revealed in my fantasy league, I think, but I don't know for sure. Imagine Trey Lance in the UFL, Zach Wilson. Yeah, he won with the Ravens because he was drafted with the Ravens and he was on that team when 2012 they pulled off that Super Bowl win. You know, Ray Lewis is like last year in the league and all that. Trey Lance, unironically, could be in the UFL. He really could be because of the fact that he is still the 3rd stringer on the Cowboys when he was traded to be the heir apparent to Dak Prescott. I wouldn't be shocked if he ends up there in a year or two. Because, again, remember, his issue was he was not developed in college. He was one of those guys that played at, SDSU, or NDSU, North Dakota State University. So he played an easy team to win, and he won there. Mahomes in the U.S., oh my God, no, we can't even imagine that. Well, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl as a starter. I mean, that postseason run, I mean, you say you didn't start watching a couple years ago. Joe Flacco's 2012 postseason run is unironically one of the greatest playoff quarterback performances ever. Like, he beat so many great teams and players and was the best quarterback in those games. That was an incredible postseason. It's like the anomaly of his career, but that playoff run, Joe Flacco just went to another stratosphere. Beige it in the UFL. That would actually be fun to see. I would love to see Trey Lance finally get some playing time. Tommy DeVito will light up the UFL. Yeah, Trey Lance is like, him and Zach Wilson both get hurt because they were that COVID class where a lot of their tape, stats, and all that got kind of, they weren't really first-round quarterbacks. Their talent, their production wasn't at least top 5 worthy, yet they were top 5 picks, so they were viewed in that top 5 pick light, despite neither of them really being that good in college. So, it is what it is. I'm a Roughnecks fan. Ooh. Tyrod Taylor, will Joe Flacco to make a playoff run? He deserves the ring. 07 Giants playoff run would reveal that. Roughnecks, I mean, hey, your roster's getting overhauled. Does it suck that you're still stuck with Curtis Johnson as your head coach? Yes. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Oh, we got Magoo Mania. That's a good name. I see that. That's a good name. Let's see. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 spots remaining. So I guess we'll post another one. We'll post it in a second. With how Stetson Bennett played last week, it could be UFL QB. Stetson Bennett's a weird one. I mean, he really is a weird thing with all the issues that happened to him last year and how he didn't get really a rookie season. Yeah. Bucks, Cowboys, Packers, then Patriots is one of the hardest schedules. The Packers, I wouldn't say for sure, and even 2007, the Bucks, because at that point, that was Brett Favre in his I'm going to throw a game-losing interception arc, where it was like every postseason game he was doing that, but that still is a tough game. The Bucks, that's after a lot of those good players were on that team when they won the Super Bowl. I believe 2007 was their rebound year. Might have been like 2010 or something. But I think 2007 was that rebound year where they had one decent season, but the Cowboys, that was a good Cowboys team. Best UFL team should get traded for the worst NFL team. I mean, it would be fun to see a game between them. Honestly, it would be fun to see like last year's Panthers play this like the Birmingham Stallions. It would be fun to see that. All right, 1st and 20 for the New York Jets. We got 9 minutes left in the quarter. One man to his left. Let's see what Peasley can do here. Peasley drops back to pass. There's a quick pass out to the left. It's about a 4-yard gain, maybe 5 yards right there. Maybe Daniel Jones would be a good backup. Oh, that's hilarious. That's great. Let Russ cook. Why do I see that on my Twitter feed? Trubisky, Lamau, you suck, bro. I'm just looking at my Twitter feed. I'm seeing what people are saying, bro. That's great. Alright, Peasley under center, 2nd and 12 after the penalty. Quick handoff to the right for about a 3-yard gain. Good gain right there. Good play, good play, good play. The Giants beating the Patriots is the best thing to happen to the league. Could you imagine how the Patriots fans would be if they had finished that perfect season? Oh my God, it'd be crazy. Dolphins fans would always be upset because they can't. I mean, Dolphins fans can always look back and say, hey, we were undefeated. No one else was. But yeah. MVP money, Mitch. The Mitch Trubisky playoff arc where he won that playoff game and then everything bad happened was wild. The old Trubisky tweets. Hey, old Josh Allen tweets are wild. Peasley drops back to pass. He's running out to the right. He evades the pressure. He's still running. He's going to go for the first down. He does get to the first down. Maybe a half yard past the first down marker, but he is going to be stopped basically at first down. Yeah, Josh Allen tweets are wild. If you haven't seen them, those are wild. Let's see. I mean, that was a good play by Peasley. That was. He was able to evade that pressure, actually go away and get it. I forgot, even though I'm literally watching this, I forgot that I am watching the Panthers broadcast of this game, obviously, right? So I'm watching Steve Smith in the broadcast booth, which is just... He's a character. He's a fun guy to listen to. Remember his whole thing with Jerry Jeudy? That was a legendary wild beef. Peasley drops back to pass. He has a quick pass over the middle for about a nice 7-yard gain. That's a good play right there. The Jets are driving. They're basically just past midfield. Oh, man. If it wasn't for the Giants and Nick Foles, man, the Patriots fans would be insufferable. Can't wait for Martinez time. I mean, hey, we're about 8 minutes of game time plus halftime away from that happening. And then we got to keep watching Carolina Panthers quarterback play. It's just 2nd and 3. Let's see what the Jets do here. Doing a really close together formation with one man in the backfield. They do a quick toss play down this middle, and it's going to be a first down. That was a good play. That was a solid play right there. Have everybody bunched up in the middle, just go straight up. What are the odds for Martinez comes back to the UFL? if Jordan Travis, if he wins the job against Peasley, and Jordan Travis gets back fully healthy, I'd say it's probably about like a 50% shot he goes back to the league. If he loses the job to Peasley, probably like an 80% chance. If Travis ends up still being hurt and he wins the battle, odds are probably like 20% he goes back to the league. It really depends on Jordan Travis and if he wins the QB battle. The pass is no good. It's going to be incomplete 2nd and 10. It all depends on if he wins the QB job. Because if he does, he's going to be the practice squad guy when Travis gets back. But he is still going to be there. So that's what's important. Again, we got about 11 people here. Again, if you haven't already and you want to, remember to join my fantasy football league, where we're doing up to 20 members. We got 11 so far, which again, I may add a prize later. I don't know for sure yet. If you're enjoying this, make sure to like this stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We got to do a CFB or Madden group Dynasty franchise. Oh, it would be fun, but I don't have either game. I'm going to be honest. I haven't bought them. PC drops back, goes to the left. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain after some trying to move. Also interested in how the Chargers QB situation. That's the questionable one. Because Perez has very little time to learn the playbook, but he is competing in a very weak QB battle where it is Easton Stick and Max Duggan. It is very possible he gets that 3rd-string job at the very least. Again, Easton Stick currently is still not playing all that well. A 6 of 10 for 33 yards isn't the craziest of passing stat line. Will be interesting to see how that one goes. That's definitely the battle I want to see the most in terms of what exactly will happen. All right, 3rd and 4 for the NY Jets. Let's see what they can pull off here. Doing some little motion. And there looks to be a timeout. Yep, timeout on the field. All right, earlier today, the Vikings did play as an FYI. And earlier today, Matt Corral did go into the game, but he really didn't do anything. It was the very end of the game he showed up. But Matt Corral was in it. Of course, Matt Corral was signed to the Vikings essentially to be probably a practice squad QB for them. We'll see what happens with it, but he is there. The more UFL, I need Adrian Martinez to be in Madden to make him my starter. Yeah, I hope they add some of these guys especially, because I know there's a few of them that are in the league, but there's a few that aren't still in the league yet, or in the game yet, which they need to put in the game. The more UFL players in the NFL, the more talk about the UFL spreads and all the, especially like Brandon Aubrey. I mean, Brandon Aubrey being a first-team kicker was a big deal for the league. Like, you thought Cavante Turpin being a Pro Bowler was a big deal. Seeing Aubrey break records as a rookie in the NFL, that was huge. So that was definitely crazy. So you gotta, I mean, hopefully Bates continues that trend. Another kicker does really well, and hopefully we see a couple other guys play. I believe it was Khalil Davis was like a mainstay on the Texans defense. Not a big name player, but still was there every week. Hopefully we see some of those guys. If we can get like 5 guys, 5 players to be day 1 active roster guys, that would be huge because you don't really see that many in modern spring football. So if we get just 5, that's a big deal. If we get any more than that, that's crazy. That's really good. Easton Stick made history when he was unable to prevent his defense to prevent 63 points. Austin Eckler saying first down by 42. The Chargers have been wild. They really have the past few years. You know, they've got the definition of if the quarterback, right? Justin Herbert. If he had this, if he had that, if he didn't blow that lead against the Jaguars. Okay, it is what it is. I mean, again, okay, so far in this game, I'm going to pull up the stats because I'm just looking at the stats. Yeah, Jack Plummer, honestly, statistically, isn't doing terrible. 8 of 11 is good. It's just 41 yards. It's really bad, as I said. If you're averaging less than 10 yards of completion, you're throwing a bunch of checkdowns. Peasley's doing good on the ground. It's just passing again. 5 of 8 for 27 is not great. So far, we haven't had any massive plays. The win probability currently is 61% for Carolina. Not too shocked at it, really whatsoever. But yeah. I forgot about the whole Hassan Reddick situation. The Hassan Reddick situation is hilarious if you're a Jets. If you're a Jets fan, man, I'm sorry. That's hilarious. Inches away from a Super Bowl, though. That was wild. I did not see it, but I heard Kenny Pickett was horrid in his preseason game. Look, I watched the Bearcats. They're the team that got me into college football. I was a huge Ritter fan. I never understood why Kenny Pickett was viewed as the best QB in that draft. 3rd and 4, it is going to be short, but they're going to be short about maybe a couple yards. That is debatable to go for it. We'll see if they do it. I never understood the Kenny Pickett hype. I thought he was, at best, the third best QB in the draft class. I legitimately thought at the time that Matt Corral was a better QB. I thought Desmond Ridder was a better QB. And I could have seen the argument that as a developmental prospect, Malik Willis was a better QB at the time. I never understood the Kenny Pickett hype. And to this point, he has been really bad. For how much people hate him, Desmond Ridder has been a better NFL QB than Kenny Pickett. Like, Kenny Pickett, yikes. Peasley drops back. Quick pass over the middle. It is complete. That is a first down on a 4th and 1. It's about a 5-yard gain. That's a great play. That was a very tough play to go. Good one for sure. Rams Pats Super Bowl changed the league. That definitely did. Justin Herbert hasn't won anything. I don't think he's an elite QB. He's got that Phillip Rivers clutch. To me, in terms of elite quarterbacks, because I hate when people say you're elite and they have like 6 quarterbacks in the elite tier. My elite tier is Mahomes, a fully healthy Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson. That's it. Those are the 3 elite quarterbacks in the league. Nobody else is elite. They're great. Josh Allen, great. Jalen Hurts, great. But elite is those 3 guys. That's my opinion. They're the only 3 elite QBs. If I'm the Jets GM, I'm trading Hassan Reddick to the Giants or Panthers. If you just struck my team like they're going to the worst team. You know, I like the joke. They should just trade him back to the Eagles for that conditional pick, and the Eagles just tell him you're not going to get paid. That'd be hilarious. 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Speaking of the Panthers, for all you Panthers fans who are here, the Brian Burns situation was horrid. The Panthers could have gotten 2 first-round picks for Brian Burns, decided to keep him, not pay him, play 1 season with him where they were terrible, and trade him away for nothing. That has got to be one of the biggest botches in NFL history. Like, as a botch. Not like a bad trade, just a botch. You had 2 first-round picks for a defensive lineman. He was a great edge rusher, but for an edge rusher, you had 2 first-round picks and you said no. And you didn't pay him. Awful, awful decision. I would put Allen on elite, but other than that, you're good. With Allen, I need to see it again. Like Joe Burrow, I've seen multiple times him duel Mahomes and arguably be better. I've seen Allen duel him and be about the same once. That's the only reason I don't have him in the elite tier with Burrow. I think he's probably the 4th best QB in the league at this moment, though. The Panthers aren't good. It's just... The Panthers are just... It is what it is. Panthers are just... Like, it sucked watching the Michigan Panthers lose that game against, Birmingham. But at least they make it to the playoffs. This team doesn't. His uncharacteristic defensive play calling Super Bowl LV showed all the teams what a lockdown high-flying offenses. That game, yeah, the Buccaneers game, yeah. I mean, all I know is just that. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it just is what it is in a lot of ways, in my opinion. I really wish the Panthers would be good, but I just don't think they're going to be good. Mahomes is a generational talent. Yeah, I think that some of the Mahomes glazing is a bit out of character. Like, at this moment, no, he is not better all-time than Peyton Manning, but he very well could be after this season. I think that he's just a little bit overhyped in a historical sense, but in a now perspective, he is clearly the best QB in the league. Not even close. I want UFL guys in Madden for sure. Talking about Todd Bowles, he changed him on NFL. I mean, a lot of that was also injuries because of the Chiefs in that Super Bowl. I believe you're talking about that Super Bowl when you're talking about Bowles. That Super Bowl had a bunch of issues. The Chiefs' offensive line was non-existent. They were all hurt, and Mahomes literally had no time to do anything. What would you do if the championship? What would you do if the Stallions win a 4th championship in a row? I would really hope that the UFL does something about it, like legitimately steps in and says, okay, we're going to have to put like some sort of... It would not be good for the league to see the Stallions win 4 straight championships. That's all I would say. It wouldn't be good for the league. It'd be great for Stallions fan. Wouldn't be good for the league. Is Joe Burrow and Josh Allen Hall of Famers? They very well could be, but at this moment, no. Right now, this moment, the only guaranteed Hall of Fame locks are Mahomes, Lamar. That's probably it. That's probably it. Right now, they are locks. 2-time MVP winner, you're getting in the Hall of Fame. Mahomes, I just said Mahomes, you already know he's a Hall of Famer. Joe Burrow and Josh Allen could easily be Hall of Famers. It's just, if they retired right now, would they be Hall of Famers? The answer is a no. If Lamar retires tomorrow, he's a Hall of Famer. If Mahomes retires, he's a Hall of Famer. That's how you got to view it, in my opinion. Through the greatest incompletion of all time. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, when he was like, I believe you're talking about the one where Mahomes was rolling out to the left. He was falling down, threw the ball, and it was dead on point to his receiver's chest, and he dropped it. I believe you're talking about that throw. I remember watching that thinking, wow, incredible. Quick handoff for the Jets. It's a first down. It's going to be about the 17-yard line for the Jets. They are getting close for a touchdown. Unironically, I think that Super Bowl was the best game Pat Mahomes has ever played. Not even joking. I think that's the best game Pat Mahomes has ever played. Because he played incredible. The rest of his team just kind of, didn't. That's how it works. That's honestly what I would say. Diving throw was dropped. Would the UFL have to skip Holt and the GM be different teams? Who knows? That's true. Mahomes ain't even that old. It's first down play for the Jets, ends up going nowhere. But yeah, honestly, I agree. If it's just, it is crazy what Mahomes has accomplished to this point. It really is. Second and 11 for the Jets. We got a minute left before halftime. Where again, at halftime, in theory, we should finally be seeing Adrian Martinez get some game time, which would be huge to see. We don't know for sure, but hopefully he is. We'll see though. It'll be interesting to see if he is. All right, second and 11. Jets drop back to pass. Peasley throws it in the middle, and it is going to be about a 0-yard gain. I think Bengals-Rams is the best Super Bowl this decade. Mahomes ain't even... I mean, that would be 2020s. That was a good Super Bowl. That was a good one. Eagles-Chiefs was a good one. It'd be one of those two. I need a Panthers interception. I agree. I need Carolina to show that they're not going to be terrible. I get it. It's a preseason game. I need them to do something. Please do something. Let's see if they can pull it off, though. I mean, if they can hold the Jets to a field goal, which it looks like they might be able to do, that would be huge. They go into halftime, tie game. Both teams are going to come out with new quarterbacks in the halftime. I'd be shocked if they keep the same two. And then it'll be a new battle. This is the best preseason game I've ever watched. The worst part is this is like as bad as last week's game. Last week's game was horrid too. That's the worst part about this, is that this is just... it was already bad last week, and you think it can't get any worse than that. And it gets worse than that. It's just, oh my god. Yeah, it's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope the Panthers do good. I really hope they're not too terrible this season. Like, I know they're going to be bad. I just hope they're not that bad. Let's see. Oh, by the way, San Antonio Brahma Jalen Twyman has officially signed with an NFL team. Which NFL team? I don't know, but he is signing with an NFL team, so congratulations to him. Peasley drops back, throws it over the right. It's going to be an end zone shot. It is out of bounds. That was too high and too out of bounds of a throw, but still a great idea. Jaden Daniels had a really solid outing against Miami, 10 of 12 for 78 yards. Not the best yards per pass, but that is still a very good game. I want the Jets to bench Peasley. I mean, he is definitely going to be benched at halftime, but so is Plummer. They're both teams are doing the same thing. They're not playing their main starter backup, and they're seeing their third stringer, because I believe the Panthers have another QB that I'm just forgetting. I think it's Dalton. And so they're both doing that sort of thing. They're, Carolina Panthers roster. Jets are going to kick a field goal. It's 4th and 10. Can they tie this game up? Let us see. Kick is up. It is good. Tie game. Yeah, the Panthers have Andy Dalton. So the Panthers and Jets are both doing the same thing. They're not playing their starter or their first string backup. So they're not doing either of those. They're going to play their second string or the third string guy the first half, fourth string the second half. Let's go. Thank you, G-Man. G-Man is a legend. I mean, I've talked about it before. I mean, he's the second community member on the channel. He's been like one of the most active guys since he came around to the channel. Thank you, G-Man. This is the second time. I mean, you're already a member, so you already are supporting the channel. Thank you, man. I mean, it's like I talked about the last time he did it. It's great to see when somebody does this. I'm just doing a YouTube stream, and somebody says, here's $5. That means a lot. That means somebody is saying that they enjoy this so much that they are willing to support somebody. I mean, it means a lot. I mean, it's a big deal when you see that. Because it's showing that what you're doing is working. It shows that people like what you're doing. It makes me feel good knowing that I'm making content that you all enjoy. Thank you again, G-Man. I mean, this is the second time he's done it. I mean, he did it it was 2 or 3 streams ago. He did it then. So, thank you, man. I love that you're enjoying the channel because I know you've been around here for a while. Hopefully for you, showboats aren't bad next year. But again, I want to thank you. I mean, it's great to see. I mean, when everyone is younger, right, and they're watching YouTube stuff, they always think, oh, I'd love to be a YouTuber. And, you put in effort, you put in time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, it feels like I've succeeded at this. I mean, it really does. I mean, it's a big deal to me. So, again, thank you, G-Man. G-Man, I agree. I agree with that. G-Man W, I agree. Been a while since I've seen a super chat. Showboats will be better next year. They should be. I mean, with a new GM and head coach, they should be better. Panthers are going to kneel it out. We're going to halftime. We're going to see some Adrian Martinez action, hopefully. Yeah. G-Man showing off the community member emojis. Gotta love seeing that, too. I really hope they change that. I would love it if you, to get emojis for channel members, it's 4. When you have 2 members, it's 5. You have to have, another 4 or 6 members to add a 6th emoji, which really sucks. I'd love to have all 8 teams, but it's bro, YouTube, you're asking a lot. But, you know what? We got those, stream on Twitch. I've only started streaming in general I started about, week 6, I think, or week 5 last year, or in the UFL season. I don't think for sure I will, but we'll see. Gifted memberships. Yeah, YouTube moment. I mean, it is a YouTube moment. I believe it was something like that. In fact, we're at halftime. Let me pull this up. Okay, YouTube Studio. Memberships. Customize default perks. Emojis. Learn more. Yeah, you have to have 3 more. You have to have 5 members to get a 6th emoji. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but it's still pretty bad. So yeah, you have to have 5 members to have 6 emojis, and let's see. And then after that, it's 10 members for 7, and so you have to have 15 members to have an emoji for all 8 current teams. That's wild. That's actually crazy that YouTube does that. That's actually pretty wild. Definitely an it is what it is moment, but that is wild. All right, let's go back over here now. Okay. Don't tempt me. How do you become a member? If you're watching this on your phone or computer, I don't know how to do it on TV, but if you're watching this on a phone or computer, there should be a button right next to the subscribe button that should say membership on it, or become a member. And if you click on that one, it brings you to a membership page. Yeah, join. It says join, my bad. It should say join. It should be a gray button. If you click that, it gives you 2 options. Since I have 2 options, that's how you do it. Or, I have a link in the description of this live stream as well that has it. As long as I did set the stream up right, there's also a link there. Because I have I have a 99-cent tier and I believe a $4.99 tier, which is no difference yet. I want to do that, but yeah, right now the benefits are you get the 5 emojis that G-Man's using. You get 1 non-UFL sports video every month, which I believe is currently 6. I believe I have currently. Let me pull it up. Visibility, members only. Yeah, so far I have 6 member-only videos. 2 were hockey videos. 2 were NFL-ish videos. 1 was a golf video, and 1 was a basketball video. Then there's there's some community posts that are exclusive. Quick fun fact, G-Man will tell you. So the Herschel Walker biography I've talked about for a while. It's a huge video I did not expect it to take as much effort as it did. It takes a lot. I have been doing a ton of work on that video over the past month. G-Man and Strange will tell you, in the last couple of months, I've gotten all the audio recorded, I've gotten the transitions made, and I'm starting on getting the base of the video done. The base is the audio fully cut in the transitions, and then once I get that, I can start adding on the images, videos, like, clips and all that, and then potential music to it. So it's still going to be a while before it's done, but I've gotten a ton of work, and I believe I'm currently about 65% done on the base. I did a lot last week. I haven't done a lot this week, but it's going far. It's going to be at least like an hour and a half long. It's probably going to be like a 2-hour video when it's done. Hopefully I get it done at some point. But yeah, I've been posting all those on the community tab membership and all those things. As for only $1, the membership it's a monthly membership basically. Whatever you pay now is what you pay unless you upgrade it. So if you do the 99 cents, it's 99 cents this month, next month, and all that kind of thing. Hence the monthly video kind of thing where it's I make a monthly video. And I have asked before, like I asked Strange what he wanted to see a video for back when he was the only member. That's when I did the golf video. So I'll ask, hey, what kind of member video do you want sometimes, and then I'll post whatever that one is. That's kind of the whole thing with that one. Again, I want to update it at some point, but we're in the off season. I'm getting regular stuff done. Trying to get content in the off season is pretty difficult, but we manage. It is what it is. We manage. Hey, I remember before I did my State of the Channel review back in January, I said I would be ecstatic if by the end of this year we had 700 subscribers. We hit 700 during the UFL season. Considering that November and December is when the UFL starts picking up, it is very possible that by 2025 we are at 1,000 subscribers, which would be crazy. But it is very possible that because of how much traction the UFL is going to get then, it would be huge. This year we got memberships unlocked, have had 2 members on the channel. We've hit the 400, 500. We hit the 400 milestone, I believe, this year. And then, of course, every other milestone since, obviously. I believe 400 was the first one we hit this year. Let me check that. I believe it was 400. We hit 700 in April. We hit 500 in February. We hit 400 in January. So since January till now, we have over doubled the subscriber count. That's crazy. That is really crazy. If you get monetized, if you hit 1K, you can become a partner. That's the main point of the 500 subscriber giving community membership and stuff like that is so you can start with the YouTube partner stuff, so you can get info. Because you have to verify your address, where you live, and all that, and you can start that at 500. So then when you hit 1,000, you can do it a lot quicker. So that would happen. Yeah, the live stream was another one. Shorts, I believe, as well. Let me pull this up. So live stream started in about week 5 of the UFL season. Let me see. Week 4. Week 4 was the first live stream, and we did one almost every week the rest of the year. YouTube Shorts, my very first YouTube short. No, I did them in 2023, but I did a lot more this year, including a couple that did really well, like The Rock, the U.S. Army, or the Houston Roughnecks ones. Both did really well. So there's been a lot of stuff. Yeah, week 4, and then I think there was 1 week I didn't do one, and then, of course, Championship Game. Now, 1K special vid. A special vid, I would probably want to do one, but I don't know for sure, but I would be doing at least a live stream, since I have the giveaway that I am doing, where I have, the couple of AAF blaster boxes, the USFL boxes, the UFL Championship special towel, all of that at a giveaway, which will be at 1,000 subscribers. So I'll at least have that. But yeah, Nope entered at the start of the season. I do remember that. It was about when the merger. It was later when the merger was announced and all that, but it was probably in January, I think. Oh crap! Dropped my drink trying to get it. It will be a fun stream for sure. And I will say, I am also, for those of you who want to know, I am on Twitter and Instagram. My name is Zomb Phox UFL. I do have that towel. I still haven't gotten it framed. I should have it framed tomorrow and I'll probably post it on Instagram or something. Oh, wow, you can't even see it from there. Okay, now you should be able to see it. And this is signed by like Cole Schneider and Jordan Thomas. It is a game-used towel from the championship game. That would be very fun for it. I'd love to have that. It's framed, and I'm probably going to get it framed tomorrow. I'll go next to my USFL championship game shirt. Do you know where to get UFL name jerseys? I know there was a site that used to do it. I don't know if they do it anymore, but I can't remember the name. You have to get it from like an unofficial site because the UFL themselves, another issue they have is they don't have, true official, name jerseys. But I think there might be a retros place that has it. I don't know for sure. Will you go live for the fantasy draft? Honestly, I probably will. I think it'd be a fun time, especially for some of you who haven't done this before. Like, I know Fate was debating on doing it, and he's never done really a fantasy draft. Nope hasn't. So I probably will do that as a live stream. It'll give me another excuse to do a live stream, which is always fun to do. So I probably will do a live stream for it, honestly. It'll give another, like, hey, look, there's the draft here. And it is going to be a long one. Fantasy drafts usually are a couple hours. But with 20-man, it's going to be a couple hours. It's usually an hour, but it will be a couple. Not popular enough for name jerseys yet. I mean, who knows? Maybe next year we have it. I mean, if the UFL is listening to their fans are complaining about not having, that type of our name jersey, we could have it next year. Who knows? Will there be another UFL draft? I wouldn't be shocked. I know the XFL had a couple of drafts during the offseason, and it seems they're taking that approach. Wouldn't be shocked. I haven't heard anything, though. The fantasy football draft live stream will be fire. I think that will be a fun one, especially seeing, like, having to try hard while live streaming since I'm in the league, thinking, like, okay, who am I going to get? I can't say anything. I got to be like, oh, I can't believe I got taken, all that. I was here for the first live stream. The channel hasn't been the same since. It really has changed because it allows for a more, like, getting on X, Twitter, whatever, and doing YouTube live streams has made it to where it's closer to the, the fans and to the creator kind of thing, right? Because now you're talking live with people in a sense. You're able to, interact quicker. It's a good experience, and it's great for everything. And live streams have really changed your channel for sure. My team, Magoo Mania, has the 7th pick. I'm going to cook. Oh, I haven't checked what my pick is either. I need to look at that. I gotta remember the league. Okay. Forgot about that. I don't remember. I'm not even gonna go check it. I'm not gonna go check it. I don't remember how to do it. I haven't been a league manager like ever. But yeah, we've got 9 spots available. So hopefully we can get it filled up. If not, we're gonna have to take a little bit less. But we'll see. With the first overall pick, G-Man selects Derek Dillon. Even if I don't join the Fantasy Football League, I'd still join the live stream. It will be a fun live stream for sure. Especially since you haven't done it before, and you can, like, if you decide to do something next year or join a different league during the year, you can understand it a bit better. It is honestly a good idea. We want Adrian Martinez. Please, Adrian Martinez, and I guess other Panthers quarterback. I guess I'll also be excited for the other Panthers quarterback to play, even though I won't be, but it is what it is. We'll see. But yeah, we should be seeing Adrian Martinez play in this half, that's for sure. But yeah, Magoo Mania 19. The number of the team is the number. I don't know if that is the draft order for sure. Kicksurfer, but I would imagine it might be. I just don't know for sure. But it is a snake draft, so some are better than we took off, yeah. I believe the second one was the Battlehawks one, and that was definitely the one where it was a big deal because it was a big rivalry game, Battlehawks versus Defenders. That was a big game. Yeah, that was the second one. That was a big one. That was the most viewed live stream to date. The Conference Championship USFL one was the second biggest one. No shock there. Even the off-season live stream did better than I expected it to, and now this one's actually doing really well too, which is great to see. You guys are enjoying this. It's, it's NFL football, but it's, we get to see some UFL guys play, so it's great. I'll take him in my final pick. I did that before. Desmond Ridder, I talked about him earlier, and in my fantasy football draft 2 years ago, I took him in, my last pick so I could have him on my roster just to have him there. The second half is about to start. We should be seeing Adrian Martinez suit up for the New York Jets. He will be playing this entire half, and it will be interesting to see if he can continue what he did last time. If he plays as well he did last time, He will be able to potentially get that starting job in the preseason final if they decide to keep Tyrod out of the preseason and maybe get that QB3 job until Travis is back. Oh, the Milton hype. Oh, I've seen. I watched that game because, like I talked about, I watched it last week. He was crazy last week, that's for sure. We got a special guest in the place. Let's see who that is. We got Dan Morgan, the current general manager of the Carolina Panthers, in the broadcast booth. That is what it is. Preseason fantasy go crazy. Oh, that would be something else. If they did a preseason fantasy football league for 3 weeks, that'd be wild. That would be wild. That would actually be really fun. Come on, this is... I hope Adrian Martinez plays. I really hope he does. He deserves to play this entire half, and I'd imagine he has to. I can't imagine he doesn't. I loved seeing Deon Cain get signed. Jets received the halftime kickoff to the 20, the 25, stutter step, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 40. He's tackled at the 30-yard line of the Panthers. That is an unbelievable return. That is about a 70-yard return. That is a massive play right there. Adrian Martinez is going to have unbelievable field position. He's going to have to get a touchdown on this drive. Jake Bobo supporters, but for Derek Dillon, I remember you talking about that earlier this year. Yeah, Deon Cain, I watched that game. I talked about it. I was at the 2023 UFL Championship game. He was so good in that game. He was crazy. I'm glad he's finally getting a shot. Holy moly, yeah. That was a return for sure. Martinez is in at quarterback. Let's see what he pulls off here. He does a quick toss to the first play. It's about a 12-yard gain, first down for the Jets. It was a toss play, so, not a pass, but it is still a play by Martinez. Let's see if he can get a touchdown. The Jets did not score a single touchdown in the first half with Peasley. Granted, he had great field position, but Martinez can get a touchdown on this drive would be huge. Martinez, what a beautiful toss. Let's see, 1st and 10. Martinez lines up with one man behind him. He is right under center. Bit of motion. Let's see, ball snapped. Martinez hands the ball off. It is a 0-yard gain. I expect probably a play action on the second down play. Best tosser of all time. He's a dog when his name is Deon Cain. True. He can torch players with legs too. The NFL highlights didn't show, but that first third down play he had last week was crazy. The toss was goated. Let's see if Martinez can get it. If he can get a touchdown on this drive, that'd be really good. This is like in golf when you get like a 3-foot putt, you have to sink it in. You have to get a TD here that shows that you do know what you're doing. That'd be a big play. Let's see what happens. Martinez lines up with a man right next to him. He is dropping back to pass. He throws a quick pass in the middle. It is incomplete. That was a quick pass. Wasn't interception worthy. It was just a bit of a weird play. But yeah, Martinez willing his O-line to play like the 90s Cowboys. Not a great first pass right there. Let's see the replay on that one. That was a great defensive play. That was, again, one where it was pretty clear it was going to be hit. Panthers defender reached his arm in, blocked it. Not a terrible play, not a great play. Martinez tutty. We do need a Martinez touchdown for sure. Panthers fan or not, we need to see Martinez get this. Martinez drops back, throws it to the right. It's a deep sideline pass to the end zone. It is incomplete. It was out of bounds. That was a bad throw. That sucks. The Jets are going to get a field goal on this drive, but for an opening drive by Martinez, you would have liked it to be a bit better. Hopefully he can step it up in the second drive. That was another one of those passes we've seen. I think both Plummer and Peasley did that. That's one of those throws you try to throw it to a corner end zone, so only your guy can catch it. It's just like the other ones. It was a bit too much out of that corner to where it would have been out of bounds even if he caught it. The Jets can take the lead here with a field goal. This is a short-range field goal. Kick is up, and it is barely good, but it is good. That is a 6-3 lead for the New York Jets. That return set the Jets up. They were able to get a field goal despite getting one good play and then nothing. 2023 Troy Williams. Hey, Troy Williams in 2023 was insane. If Jaron Horton gets the job for the Showboats, I would not be shocked if T. Will stays as the starter, even if they get their QB. I wouldn't. Because with T. Will, granted, DC to quarterback, they made it to the championship game and put on one hell of an effort. They lost, but they put an effort. All right, let's see what's going on in the Twitter world. Man, Hideki Matsuyama is going off today. He was going off this whole weekend. He's been incredible in this FedEx Championship so far. Pulling up the Chargers game real quick on just the score. I want to see exactly how is our man Luis Perez doing. If he is in the game, it is the third quarter, end of the third quarter. It is still just Easton Stick. Martinez just didn't want to steal Aaron Rodgers' job. G-Man is now S-Man for Sad Man. Aww. Should Will Cook stay at the Showboats? Should he stay? Ooh, that is a good question. If Jaron Horton becomes the head coach of that team, and Jason Bean goes to the Showboats, it is more than likely that Bean and T. Will be the two quarterbacks of that team. If it is a different coach, then I would imagine that Cook stays over T. Will. That's what I would say. It depends on who the head coach ends up being. All right, let's see this. Cook needs to stay. When this brother posts on Twitter, everyone hops on. Do you predict the UFL expanding ever? Kickoff is it's out of bounds for a touchback. That will be a touchback right there. I expect the UFL to expand in 2026, like heading into that season, because that's when the New Orleans Breakers should be able to return, and that is the team you want to bring back ASAP. So I would imagine that is when they would expand. They would add probably 2 teams, and it would be then. The O-line was horrible because Cook didn't have enough time to cook. Yeah, Cook is... The UFL will expand. It definitely will. As long as it's around, it's going to expand. It might not be immediate. It's going to expand. It's just... Oh, my bad. Okay, quarter 3 is about to start for the Chargers. If we see Luis Perez come out as the starter, or as the guy that shows that he's probably going to be that guy for that third string, potentially, we'll see. Luis Perez is in at QB at halftime. That is huge. Max Duggan, I don't believe, played at all in that game, meaning that it is very possible that Perez has overtaken or has the opportunity to overtake Max Duggan as QB3. Let's see, the Panthers are at 2nd and 3. Oh, is Plummer still in the game? Ain't no way. First down, Panthers. The O-line was so glad I can watch the Chiefs now. I have the UFL version of the Carolina Panthers experience. True. Western expansion returns. The Breakers have some nice jerseys. True. Real UFL Western expansion, not that history stuff. UFL, Max Duggan, future Renegades legend. 1st and 10. That is huge to see that Perez is getting playing time now, though. Seeing him get that means that he might be the third string guy, which would be huge. First down, Carolina. That is definitely a big deal to see Perez actually get that opportunity. Especially because, again, Easton Stick did not play all that well. And his first pass was already good. I'm just looking it up on Twitter. People are saying it was a great pass. I'll have to see later. Again, I will be making a video on it probably in the next couple days. But apparently his very first pass was to Quentin Johnson. I know, shocking. And it was a good pass immediately. That's what you love to see if you're a UFL fan right there. A true patriot. It's not manifest destiny, it's manifest football. This is a Western. At 1st and 15 after the penalty for Carolina. Let's see what they pull off here. Handoff. And about a 3-yard gain. This screams America. Second and 13 for the Carolina Panthers now. Luis Perez is already 2 of 2 passing. That is a great start for him. Wish this game featured James Morgan. Mother duckling. Time to say the mother ducking day. Yeah, lol. Morgan is boring. That's just... I'm just not a fan of our yeah, James Morgan, I don't know. Bit wild right there. Another flag on the field. I forgot who. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I forgot who other QB is. Oh, that's right. We have Jake Luton as our other quarterback. Oh man, yeah, our backups are not gas. Our backups are not good. Drops back to pass. Quick pass to the right. It is gonna be like a. Ooh, good save, but still lost. Imagine The Rock doing the Mr. Clean commercial. Oh my god. Third down for Carolina. Man, it's just as soon as Carolina gets the ball, it's not fun. Oh man, if either of them get hurt, yeah, we're done. It's over. We need Prime Vadley, man. Prime Vadley, man. That game was great. Okay, that was a good shuttle pass. That was a really good. That was a little Mahomey, as Tony Romo would say. That was a good shuttle pass. Running, about to kind of trip, tosses the ball forward. That was a good play. Little Mahomey, as Tony Romo would say, but yeah. Man, if I do not want to see Andy Dalton or Bryce Young get hurt and have to watch Jack Plummer, of all people, actually play a game. I would just be like, I'd be so distraught. Panthers are punting the ball. No shock there. That play looked a little Mahomey. Magoo needs to do the chew 5 gum. Oh my gosh, putting Brady White already. Hey, Brady White was a fun guy to watch. I mean, he got a lot of hate. I believe I'm thinking of the right guy. I dropped something. Oh, there it is. I gotta throw this out now. Lame. Put this over here. New tight end looks promising. That was another thing. If you're a Panthers fan, Mad Cheddar will know our tight end room has been pretty poor the past few years. Ian Thomas was our tight end 1 for a while. It was dark days. As soon as we lost Greg Olsen, it was just like snap of the fingers. Our tight end room just disappeared. It was not good. DeMarcus Cousins. Oh my god. Show 5 new posts. Let's see. A bunch of mid-ass USFL QBs. That's true. PJ Walker. Oh, he's in nice. I always forgot that PJ moved to Seattle. I always forgot that. It is weird that Jace hasn't. Especially, honestly, I believe the issue with Jace is what I've been saying the past 2 years, is that from a tight end perspective, he hasn't necessarily been a great tight end. A tight end is supposed to be a safety blanket in a sense that they're the ones that are like, if you have no one else to throw to, you throw to them. He hasn't really been that. Out been like a legit deep threat receiving tight end in a sense. Like Sal Cannella and Sage Surratt, different years, both fully out-receptioned him by like a wide margin. That's, I think, the one thing that hurts him. Honestly, I think that's the only thing. Only Kyle Sloter. Oh, no, dude. I don't want to... You know a team has a good fan base in a sense that it's big when people were trying to talk about Kyle Sloter being like this MVP candidate in 2022 when it was like, no, he wasn't. I'm in a CFB 25 game up 3 with 1 minute left. Come on, the Panthers. TN are mid recently. They really have been. I mean, I hope it gets better this year, but having to watch Ian Thomas be the starter for years was not good. Clayton Thorson. That is literally the definition of a mid QB right there. At 1st and 10 for Adrian Martinez and the Jets. We'll see what he can pull off here. Fakes the handoff, play action. He's moving. Oh, and he gets sacked. That's not good. There's a 4-yard loss in the sack. There is a flag on the field, though. Let's see what the flag is. Still not a good play for Martinez, but it is. Let's see what the penalty is on the field. Holding on the defense. So it was still not a great play from a QB perspective, but he's going to get bailed out on it. It's a penalty on the defense. That's good. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if we were to see... I mean, we at least have the mods, and we're not going to get a full UFL game for a while. But it will be cool to see it. Dang, did it not work out? Nope. You remember Paxton Lynch was in Michigan? Hey, I remember that one game, Week 10, against the Pittsburgh Maulers. He went off and had a great game. I loved it. Adrian Martinez, 1 man behind, and let's see what he pulls off here. 1st and 5. There's another toss. And it's about a 4-yard gain. It's going to be about 2nd and 1, maybe 2nd and 2. Right there. Again, so far, Adrian Martinez has not put on any sort of show with his arm. We need to see him do that. Danucci, red zone. I don't remember what team he was on. I know he got signed. It's hard to keep up with everything. It really is, but I'm going to try my best. Okay. Shea Patterson. Oh my god. That's a name I didn't want to hear again. Okay. It is not 2nd and 5. Graphics people, can you please fix that? Martinez has an immediate pass to the left. It's going to be maybe a half-yard gain. I mean, he did the play what he was supposed to, but that just wasn't a good play. The Bills. Okay. Man, I always forget that, like, the second week of preseason, there's just so many games going on. It's wild. Josh Lovell lighted it up. I'm now tied. Get the W, man. Kenji Bahar. Wild. I still can't believe the Roughnecks decided. And I mean, I get it. Nolan Henderson looked good, but man, I still can't believe they played Jared Garantano as much as they did. 3rd and 7. The graphics crew is completely whiffed on this. On my TV, it says 3rd and 7. Like, no, it's not. Martinez drops back. Pass over the middle. Oh, that was bad. That was a bad throw. Interception. Return to the 30. Tackled at about the 27. That was a bad throw by Martinez. You hate to see that, but that was a bad throw. He overthrew his receiver by yards. That was a bad throw. I even had to go post that on X. That was a bad throw. You do not like to see that. Never seen that true, but Kyle Laletta. Oh, man, damn it. Yeah, I agree with Michael B right there. That was a bad throw. This has been a very poor start for Martinez. I mean, for the UFL's sake, you got to hope that Luis Perez continues doing what he was doing, because despite the fact that he was like 3 and out, he actually looked a lot better than Easton Stick did basically the whole game. But that was a very poor interception by Martinez. That could have been a great throw, but he overthrew it by about probably 6 yards. It's second and down for Carolina. With Shea Patterson in the outro. Man. Yeah, G-Man, that brings back memories. I forgot that was the outro thing. I forgot about that. I forgot about that being the outro for all those USFL things. It was just hilarious because it's like, bro, like, especially when he was benched. When he was benched and those were still the outros for the games, it was hilarious. What could have been. Oh, remember, G-Man, he was the first overall pick. Remember that? That was the whole reason, because he was the first overall pick in the QB draft. He was supposed to be that, like, huge guy. That's why they did him. It just, aged like milk. It just did not age well, but that was why, because he was the first pick. I remember that. Carson Strong, yeah, that was something else about it. That's it. Yeah, he was just the first pick in the QB draft, and that's why they decided to do him. Drops back to pass. Quick pass to the left. First down for Carolina. Only about a 1.5 yard gain, but good enough for a first down. But yeah, it was the position draft where they were doing the position drafts, and the QB draft was first, and he was the first pick in that. Thus, first overall pick, and that's why they chose him to do it. Didn't age well, but... Man, that's not good. We're seeing a lot of these spring football QBs not playing that good right there. Stetson Bennett stinks. Yeah, I just saw the Chargers getting the ball back. All right. Let's see what happens here. Quick handoff. It's going to be... He breaks a small tackle. It's going to be about a 5 yard gain. Maybe, no, about a 4 yard gain. Plays... Let's see. The Chargers game is 6-6. Hopefully Perez comes out and keeps going really well. If he plays that whole half and Max Duggan doesn't play, that's good for Perez. Even though you want these guys to be backups in a UFL fan perspective, if they just make the active rosters like a QB3, that's a big deal. So yeah, Dakota Prukop. I think that was one of Mike Riley's biggest L's. He had some solid moments. He should have gotten some more playing time. Put in Luton, I agree. I mean, ooh, he's running to the side. Plummer's running. Ooh, this could be... No, out of bounds. I agree. Plummer is just... It's not fun to watch him. Jake Luton, I'd rather watch. They made the NFL. At this point, it's just those three. UFL, United Football League quarterbacks, it's just those three. It was only Martinez and Perez, but then because of JJ and all that, then Corral. So that's it. There's guys who played in, the old 2020 XFL, the 2019 AAF, 2022, and 3 USFL and all that. But from a UFL QB, it's just those three. Corral, Martinez, and Perez. 3rd and 8 for the Carolina Panthers right now. Still has Jack Plummer as the QB. Let's see what they do here. Nobody behind him. Drops back 2 steps. Quick pass to the right. Ooh, could have been a fantastic catch, but it was incomplete, not intercepted. Kenny Pickett. I want to look this up because I remember hearing about how bad it was. You guys were telling me about it. Let me see what is this. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I saw a couple of these. Yeah, this is Kenny Pickett, 11 of 13 for 67 yards. Whoa, that's... I see what you guys are talking about. Screw Stetson Bennett. I'm trying to watch Handsome Giga Chad Jimmy G. Oh my god. Could have 2 QBs from the same team make the NFL. True. When Turpin got being the Pro Bowl, that was huge. That was huge, especially because he was like the only guy to actually make it. And then for him to do that was insane. Remember, Aubrey became a first-team All-Pro. I mean, screw Pro Bowl. I mean, he was a first-team All-Pro. I mean, that's insane. And he pulled that off his first NFL season. He broke records like that only game to have like 2 59-yard-plus field goals or something. It was just, oh my god. I'm pretty sure he was suspended 4 games using PEDs. Yeah, that's right. But I mean, I think he can play in the preseason, but I don't know for sure. I'm not gonna act like I know for sure. But yeah, I remember that Jimmy G got suspended for that. I did remember that. Perez threw another pass for literally a couple yards. It's 41-38. Nice. You got the W. It seems like that's huge. Again, I do want to at some point get college football 25, but I just haven't. Let's see what the new posts are from here. 34-yarder. It's good. Whoa. Next legend. Brandon Albee is God, and Skip Holtz is my father. Oh my God. Man, the life of a Showboats fan. The worst part is knowing that if the Breakers come back, you're going to have that second image. It's not as bad as that one, but the Breakers also pulled an absolute destruction on you guys, which is the worst part. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. 3rd and 4. 3 or 4 for 25 yards. That is a stat line. 30, yeah, I remember that. It was not nearly as bad as 42-10 or 42-2, but it's still pretty bad. I'm glad Justin Hall finally got picked up. That's for sure. The fact that it took him that long to get picked up is definitely wild. He was so good, and he should have been picked up a while ago. All right, let's see so far what the stats are for some UFL players in this game. Let's see. Brandon Smith, I mean, he basically just got put in the game, but yeah, let's see. Box score. Has not gotten a reception yet. Winstead has not gotten a reception yet. Let's see. Hines and Shelton on defense. So far, doesn't look like they've gotten any sort of stats so far. Panthers, we've got Thomas and Palmore. Doesn't look like they've gotten any stats yet. Is what it is. But, some of these guys are going to come in later, so yeah. So far, the Gamecast shows that the Panthers now have a 54% chance of winning. We'll see if that ends up happening. The Jets are going to get the ball back. Hopefully, we can see Adrian Martinez finally put some stuff together. We'll see. Back-to-back season, Todd Haley lost 31-3-0. Only Jimmy G could use steroids and get benched for Hayden O'Connell. True. Hate to see it. Bro, that's not good. This is so far not a good week for UFL quarterbacks. Matt Corral didn't get any actual time in the game, so he didn't get to show anything. Perez just fumbled. So far, Martinez has, I hate to say it, but he's looked terrible so far, which you don't want to see it. That's not good. Hopefully Martinez going to pull up some stuff right now. Oh, he's coughing. Hey, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Perez fumbling is not good. Martinez threw an interception, then Perez fumbles, not good. Martinez play action, running to the left. There's a short pass to the left. Ooh, nice broken tackle. Not even really broken tackle. Ooh, 20 yards. That is a 20-yard pass by Martinez. Granted, it was, a screen pass taking 20 yards. That was a good, smart play. I mean, he ran away, threw the ball quick. That was good. That's true. Bates kicking a game winner. I mean, dude, it's another Jake Bates instance. I mean, I might do a YouTube short of that and have it posted tomorrow. Honestly, because, just showing that he's done it multiple times, because the fact that he just keeps doing it is crazy. He makes up for, he missed the one against the Stallions in Week 10, but, he made one in a preseason game. That's a big deal. We'll take it. Let's see what Martinez can do here. Ooh, that was a very powerful toss Martinez had. That's about a 6-yard gain for the Jets right there. This is looking a lot better so far of a drive for Martinez, if he can keep this up. Because, again, it's not like Peasley looked incredible. Peasley looked solid. He didn't look incredible, but he looked good. Let's see what happens here. My Chiefs choked. At least a UFL player is the reason they lost. At least it was, Jake Bates pulling it off. Hey, it was. He literally, just threw that basically at him. That was not a normal toss play. That was a powerful toss. All right. One man behind him again. Martinez is under center. Gets the snap. Hands the ball off. That was a good run. That was a great run. Forward progress is going to get that a first down. That's just a 5-yard gain. That's good. Jake Bates will have a Brandon Aubrey season. If he can have a Brandon Aubrey season, because Jake Bates is less accurate than Aubrey, but he has a more powerful leg. And Aubrey had a powerful leg. Jake Bates could legitimately kick like 65-yarders, like all day. But we'll see. Ian Book, I'm not even going to try for next UFL QB. I mean, who knows? I mean, Matt Corral was a shock. Remember, Matt Corral was a 3rd-round pick 2 years ago. That was a shock. Martinez's momentum is real. We just got to see him do some passes. I mean, he had a little screen pass that worked, and he's been tossing the ball. And he just handed the ball off again for about a 4-yard gain. What's the best UFL announcing crew? Oh, man, you're telling me this. I can't remember. It would be one of the Fox crews, for sure. The Fox crews were better than the ESPN crews. Like, the worst Fox group was better than the best ESPN group. I just can't say off the top of my head who the names are. Offensive holding 10-yard penalty. This is big. This is going to be a 1st and 20. Let's see what Martinez is able to do here. Do the Jets let him do some passes or run the ball? And what can he pull off here? This is a very important moment as a QB. What do you do after getting a holding call on 1st down? Because that changed the entire play calling for that little instance. Let's see what he pulls off here. This is big. Man, if he's the GOAT UFL commentator, I wouldn't be against that. I could definitely agree with that one. Let's see. Martinez is lined up in shotgun. He has one running back to his left, a little bit of motion to his right now. Martinez drops back. He is going to throw the ball. He's moving to the left, scrambling left. He's throwing the ball. That looks to be, I got to see the replay. It looks like it was a drop. I got to see the replay of that. If that's a drop, that's a fantastic throw. It's a Mahomes Super Bowl LV against the Patriots, Buccaneers type of throw. The championship, that's the main crew. Yeah, definitely. I'd say it's got to be that crew then. I just can't remember. I mean, I didn't watch the game. I was at the game. Okay, they're not showing the replay. If I believe that was to his receiver, that was a great throw, but his receiver didn't catch it. It might have been tipped. They didn't show the replay since we're watching the Panthers broadcast. But could have been a great one. I needed to see the replay to get it full for sure about it. Martinez drops back, or he does a quick handoff. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain. They're probably going to do a screen pass. It's not game. Okay, I need this to move. There we go. Chris Oladokan. Okay. Oladokan, I got you. Martinez should run the ball more. He should. That was an opportunity to do it. I like his decision to throw it. It was just a kind of throw, like a questionable one. And again, I couldn't see the replay to say exactly if it hit his hands. But so far, still not looking all that good, which is not what you want to see. Third and 17. Hopefully, don't just do a screen. Nope, he's going to throw the ball. Ooh, that was actually a decent throw, and it was dropped. That was a drop pass. It might have been hit down, but yeah. This is not looking good for Martinez so far. I mean, Springfield was looking good because we have the record-setting kicker and a Pro Bowl returner. True. It's just the quarterbacks aren't looking good. Because that's the big thing the XFL had, the 2020 XFL. Oh, kick is up, long kick. It is good. Jets are up 9-6. The big thing for the XFL in 2020 was they had 2 quarterbacks go on to be legit NFL guys. P.J. Walker and Taylor Heineke. Now, they weren't, they had various degrees of success, but they were both legit QBs that could start. That was huge. The UFL needs to see at least one of those, but yeah. Jake Bobo is going to be a problem. Oh my god. The public is realizing the truth. Bennett picked off. Hopefully, Prez can get some more stuff going on. That'd be really good for him. With the ball being picked off like that, that would be good. I can't believe Bennett's still in the game. Like that, they're going to give him a full game. That's actually wild. Surprised McCarron didn't get signed. It was a bit shocking. Maybe that teams think he's going to retire or that he's just content in being in the UFL. I honestly don't know, but I agree. It is a bit shocking that that's the case right there. I mean, Heineke did start a playoff game. I believe the year I'm thinking of, he probably shouldn't have. It should have been Alex Smith, but he still started one. So, yeah. Let's see if Perez can pull this off. I mean, he's going to get another shot now with the ball. Again, as long as he's getting good time and he's, actually playing instead of like Max Duggan, that's good. Because, I mean, he doesn't have to play good. He just has to play better than the guy behind him. So, yeah. Yeah, Stetson Bennett, from what I'm seeing you guys say who are watching the game, what I'm seeing on stats is not looking good at all. Let's see. 4th and goal. I just saw, oh my God. Literally the first thing on my feed is that interception. That was even worse than the Martinez interception. As you guys can tell, the Martinez interception was bad. This was worse. I mean, that was like a super underthrown pass to a guy you should have obviously seen. Yeah, he threw it straight at a Chargers defender. Like, that was terrible. U.S. flag football QB says it is disrespectful to assume NFL players will automatically take up spots in the Olympics. Yeah, you say that until Mahomes shows up and you're going to let that happen. Like, stop it. Mac Jones in Germany be like... It is wild to think that somebody like Mac Jones would probably dominate flag football. It really is hilarious, but it's true. Question is going to be what Perez can do. Again, this is a big situation for Perez. If Perez can pull it off, go downfield and score a touchdown, that'd be huge. Bennett is in the UFL because last year he had that, I think, family stuff that went on, so he never actually played last year, despite being a rookie. So this is his rookie season, so that's why he's actually playing now. It's just this is the first time we're really seeing him play, and we're seeing him not be good. So we'll see what happens with him. I wouldn't be shocked if something happens. I mean, if Jimmy G is healthy and, not on PEDs, he's going to be the backup. So, yeah. I wouldn't be shocked to see Bennett in the UFL. Also, time to see what the Panthers can do here. Panthers are now down by 3. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Sadly, still have not seen Martinez really play all that well. This is definitely a poor game for him. So, we'll see. All right, 2nd and 5 for the Chargers. Hopefully, Perez can pull off something big here. He did get some more yardage, 4 or 5 for 30 yards now. He needs to make up for that fumble. We'll see if we can pull it off. Stetson Bennett, I forgot he's also old as well. Yeah, that's true. I want the Roughnecks to get a good QB. I mean, Nolan Henderson, if he can get his passing together, he can be a really solid QB. It's like a lot like Manny Wilkins. If he can get his passing under together, his accuracy, he can be really good. Quick pass. Plummer is still in at quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. We are not going to see Jake Luton our way until the fourth quarter. Bennett is like 26. Stetson Bennett is currently... You're supposed to show me that right there. He is currently 26, which is actually not that bad. I mean, Bo Nix, I'm pretty sure, is older than that. No. Bo Nix is younger, but not by much. Hendon Hooker. How old is Hendon Hooker? Hendon Hooker is also 26, so he's not super old, but he's not, yeah. Yeah, he's a 25-year-old rookie, which is crazy. Plummer with a deep pass that's a bit overthrown, but again, it's better to be overthrown when you're doing an out like that, or doing a deep, a cut like that. You know what I mean. You said the difference between first and second string is way larger than second and fourth string. Maybe Panthers, though. Yeah. Panthers probably not, but yeah. I think about that, I was asked about that in comments. The way I view it is your first stringer to your second stringer. The first stringers are first stringers for a reason. They are, on most cases, the player. Whereas a second and a fourth stringer could very easily be a second stringer if he gets playing time. We've seen that with quarterback play in the past, so that's how I would say. Plummer drops back, throws a quick pass. It is incomplete. Is there any player you simply just hate? Honestly, right now that's currently playing in the NFL, I can't think of one. I mean, if you were to list a bunch of players, maybe there's one I could imagine that I wouldn't like. But in terms of outright hate at this moment, I honestly can't say there is one that I truly hate right now. I can't off the top of my head. There's guys I like more than others, but hate, no. The NBA, I could probably think of a player or two I would... Even then, I can't really think about it. I wouldn't say so right now. Panthers are punting again. Very common for it, for sure. I mean, let me think. Basketball, I hate a lot of fans about things. Like, of course, you would say something in the lines of, like, I hate seeing people think that Joel Embiid is, like, God's gift to basketball. Bro is not better than Nikola Jokic. He's just not. He should not have won MVP a couple years ago. It should have been Jokic. Jokic was the objectively better player. But that's not it. I hate Embiid. That's I just hate the narrative around Embiid. So a player, I can't say that for sure. Did you not see Carson Wentz 2017? Of course, he starts over Mahomes. 2017 Carson Wentz was special. I mean, his fall off is legendary. I saw the UFL News Hub that San Antonio Brahma's 5th home game only moved to St. Louis. Remember, UFL News Hub you got to take with a teeny bit of grain of salt because there's been a lot of times where the news that came out wasn't true. Remember, I try to tell everybody this government forced expansion, until you see it, don't believe it. And UFL News Hub was the number one company trying to say, hey, it's a forced thing. And I was like, hey, hold on. And then guess what? It wasn't. There were other instances like that. Some of the stuff they say is true. They were the first to break John DeFilippo was leaving the league. I would take that with a grain of salt until we see it. But it's not like we haven't seen it before. The Stars versus Panthers was moved to Canton in 2023 because of a pre-thing in Ford Field. So it's not like it can't be yet. I hate Jamar Chase as a Chiefs fan, bro, is so salty. Yeah, Mr. 7-Eleven guy. I hate the Eagles, every part of them. I don't like Embiid. He is a faker. I just people acted like he obliterated Jokic in the Olympics. Jokic is playing with one other NBA player, another that is in the NBA, and a bunch of guys that aren't in the NBA. Embiid is surrounded by all NBA players, and they barely beat Jokic. Stop it. Jokic is better than Embiid. I honestly don't know if Embiid is a top 3 NBA player. I think Luka's better. I think LeBron. The Olympics made me realize LeBron has still got it. LeBron is better than Embiid. I genuinely believe that. LeBron in the Olympics was crazy, and then Jokic is better. That's 3 players right there that is better than Embiid. Embiid might be top 5. I ain't saying top 3. He is not going to win a championship as the best player on a team. The Knicks killed the 76ers and everyone laughed at Embiid. That was true. I mean, bro got bodied by Hartenstein. Come on, man. It's a bit low. That's a bit sad. It is what it is, though, but it was funny. Yeah, my last YouTube short was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm probably going to make a short about the Jake Bates kick. Just show Jake Bates how he's continued to do this and how it's a big deal. I'm probably going to do it. Possessions, 7-7. Scores, 1 field goal. Scores, 1 field goal. Game stats. The Panthers have more than 3 points on the board. So, how have they scored 1 field goal? Graphics are not looking too good here. But again, both teams on third down have not been good. That's pretty sad, but yeah. All right, Martinez has got the ball again. Let's see what he can do here. Under center, 1st and 10. Martinez drops back to pass. He throws it over the middle. It is batted. Bad pass. I saw exactly where he was going to go with it. That would have been a decent throw, but it was batted. That's not great. May have been hit by his own lineman. We'll see if they show a replay. I don't think they're going to, but who knows. Who is the GOAT, LeBron or Jordan? I think if you're saying who is a all-around better player, it's LeBron. If you think who is the GOAT, I would say Jordan. When you have so many iconic game series winning shots, when you were such a great defender, I would say Jordan. Martinez fakes the play action. He throws it over the middle. That was a decent throw right there. About a 4 or 5 yard gain. You are my sunshine. Hard-hitting question it is. Brunson and most of the Knicks are better than Embiid. Hey, you mean the Villanova Knicks? I would say that, though. I'd say Jordan is, if you were to tell me who is my GOAT, I would say Jordan is the GOAT. But I'd say LeBron is a better overall player, which sounds counterintuitive. It's just, Jordan won two NBA finals with a final shot. And people have to ask the question of if the Rockets would even be champions if it wasn't for Jordan having to be either forced out of the league or choosing to leave the league, pending what theories you believe. Martinez drops back to pass. He's running up in the middle, and he gets away from the pressure. There's a flag, might be offensive holding. We'll see. Martinez is still running. He's still running. Throws it, and it is a great catch. If that stands, that's a fantastic play by Martinez. That is caught for a very good gain. But we'll see what the flag is. That is, again, a highlight play. That could be the highlight of the night for them. Let's see what the penalty is. This could be big. Let's see. And they're also thinking about out-of-bounds stuff. Was it in? There's a bit of questions here. Let's see what this is. Okay, well, they're still arguing, but yeah. Okay, you're my Lucas should win MVP. I wouldn't have been against it. I'm a Luka fan. I wouldn't have been against it. Okay, TV's glitching out, bugging out. It's looks like it was 2 penalties by the Panthers. And it looks like the play is probably going to stand. That is the highlight of the night. Martinez was face masked, and he still pulled that off. That is a great play by Martinez. That's that kind of game. That's that kind of saving play for your performance. That's a great play right there. My glorious King LeBron. Poor Bronny. Nope. I hated LeBron when he was called the GOAT after the Olympics MVP, which should have been Steph. Honestly, for the whole Olympics, I think LeBron deserved it. Steph was unbelievable. They wouldn't have won without him. But he only really showed up in 2 games. They were the medal games, or the medal game and the game to get the medal game, but I think LeBron should have won it. Martinez, don't be lazy, finish the play. Jets fan score 6-9 now. Okay, that was huge. That was a fantastic play by Martinez. That's the highlight of the night right there. That was an unbelievable play by Martinez. That was a fantastic play by Martinez. You got to give him a lot of credit right there. That's what you love to see. Because that's showing what he can do that a lot of other quarterbacks can't do as well as him. Him being able to run around and make a play. And the thing is, it shows he's learning how to be a great NFL QB is that he threw that pass. He didn't do any sort of try to run for a first down. He threw it. Great pass. That's the highlight of the night. That saves his performance by a decent margin. Now let's see if we can get the TD here. He's running to the left. Again, a pass. His receiver dropped it. That was a touchdown. His receiver dropped it. That was a good throw. Another thing about 90s besides 2K, but I know this. I don't think the Hakeem Rockets are winning the chip if MJ is still in the league. That's definitely the big question mark is could they have done it? Drop Tutty. Yeah, that was a bad drop right there. That was a touchdown. Martinez is going to get screwed on that one. Let's see. As for Luis Perez, he is 5 of 7 for 27 yards. He is not doing insane. They still have the ball. I don't know if it's the same drive or not. But he is not really doing all that. So he had his one highlight play and is just But again, he's in a weak QB battle. So it is what it is. Almost intercepted. That was almost really bad. That was really, really bad. Let me see the replay on that. Passes thrown. I mean, that wasn't truly. That was more of a drop. Hey, what? G-Man gifted 1 Zomb Phox Yellow membership. You can do that. I know you said something about that earlier. I didn't know you could do that, man. That's cool. I did not know you could do gift. I thought we were talking about gifted stuff. You were talking about something else. I didn't know you could actually gift memberships. That's insane. The gift is random. I honestly did not know you could do that. That is cool. Congratulations, Mold 10 Pizza, getting the gifted membership. So, I mean, again, another G-Man W, but I gotta ask. I got gifted. Thank you, G-Man. You can gift memberships. That is, I mean, I legit didn't know you could do that. But how does it work? Like, do you still have to, like, do you gift like a membership for a month? Do you gift it and just keep doing it? Or like, how does it work? Like legitimately how it works. How it works. How does it work? Because I've never seen a gifted membership. I've never seen it. I don't know if it's like you do it 1 month or you do it, I don't know. I've never seen it. Hold up, you got the Community Hero membership? Man, let's see. It lasts for 1 month. I see. Okay, I got you. It lasts for 1 month. Well, that's cool. I mean, especially thank you for that being the Hero membership. That's the bigger one. That's cool. I mean, again, I did not know you could do that, but that is definitely cool. I mean, hopefully you enjoy the membership. Mole10, because again, I do at least 1 video every month for this, but at least since you have it for at least this month, you'll be able to go watch all 6 videos if you so choose to, and then see community posts, because again, as long as I keep working on the Herschel Walker video, those are exclusive. Well, I'm going to post some of them on regular stuff, but I just haven't yet. You know, got to keep it a surprise for the people that aren't in the live streams and all that. But yeah, I forgot that I had blue as the base one. 5 teams. Yeah, I mean, oh, you didn't notice earlier? Yeah, when G-Man became a member, it hit the 2 memberships. Once you have 2 memberships, you can add a 5th emoji. So that's how I was able to add the showboats. Just because since G-Man joined, I said I was going to give him the showboats one, so I added that one. Now, once I'm at 5 total memberships, I can add a 6th one. 2 beautiful Prez passes in a row. Let me see the stats on here. Let me see those stats go up. Wow, 8 of 10 for 58, 52. Now, he doesn't have as many yards as Easton Stick did, so it's still probably looking better than Stick, but again, as long as he's looking better than Duggan did last week, that's what matters. Gotta love it. G-Man giving Mold 10 a gifted stub. That's definitely cool. Press sounds like he's on a roll. He's on 8 of 10. His accuracy is good, but yeah, Breland Speaks plays well. I forgot, when did the Jags play? Jaguars. 7-11 or 7-12. Box score, Jaguars defense. Breland Speaks. It doesn't look like he's in yet, or he hasn't gotten a stat yet. Well, let's see. We got another person in the I just saw we got another person in the Fantasy Football League as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open, 8 open spots left. We like JJ just got added into that one. Speaks is a monster. He is something else, that's for sure. Let's see, who is that person? League members, we like JJ. Luton in. Oh, nice. I just saw that. Yeah, Luton in. That's what we need to see. No, the Jets ruined the 6-9 score. I mean, that was, again, Martinez. That was a much better drive by him. There were still some questionable moments, but that was still a much better drive. He had a highlight play again, which is huge. So that was definitely a good thing. Live Saturday, 1 p.m. Panthers at Bills. Oh, I'm not ready for that game. I want to see Taco shine. Forgot about him being in the NFL back again. No for nope. So is Press still on a roll? Pull this up too. 8 of 11 for 52 yards. Threw another incompletion that could be worse. First play looks to be a pass that was complete. Already looking better than Plummer did all game. 1 pass. I mean, come on. It's just Plummer's better. I mean, Plummer's not that guy. Luton first play is already better than like anything Plummer's did all day. Sounded like a hater, but I just can't. Trying to figure out who just joined the Fantasy League. When I find out memberships, the channel is in trouble. The Founding Fathers of Zomb Phox. Oh, no, what are you watching this on? Okay. Luton, let's see what happens with Luton here. Luton drops back to pass. Pass out to the left. That's probably a push-off, going to be pass interference. If not, yeah, pass interference or taunting, but that was a good play. Another good pass by Luton. I'm trying to figure out who this is. I might be just... Okay, I'm trying to see. Somebody else just joined the Fantasy League. David Work, or We Like JJ just joined the league. I'm trying to see who that is. It's fun. I just don't see the icon. Imagine Sal Canelo balling out. That'd be great. 2008 Lions were undefeated in preseason, 0-16. So if the Chiefs go 0-3 in the Chiefs. Okay, let me pull this up on my phone. Kevin Ost, NFL Now. There's a lot of guys that are in it that you just always forget about until you like. It's great. It's great when you see so many people in the NFL from the UFL where you can't actually think about it. All right, so for you, no, if you unfull screen, you hold your phone like this, click out of live chat, like click the X. It should be right next to the subscriber count. It should be a black join icon or white if you have it on dark mode. Bad pass in the end zone, field goal. I mean, hey, if it's still scoring, I mean, it's still good for the Chargers. It still shows Perez is doing something. That is a big deal. If he can win the game for the team, that's a good thing. That is a W thing for them, that's for sure. The Founding Fathers, MBG, Man, me, and Zomb. I mean, well, I mean, in terms, I mean, that is, I mean, you gotta change that. The Founding Fathers would be that, the Founding Fathers in terms of memberships would be Strange, G-Man, Mole, and then you. Because Strange was the first one. He became that one like 3 months ago. I mean, he's one of the like channel veterans. He's been here for a while. Like him, Chris Mason, I think is what his channel's name now, and like Mike G. They've been around here for a minute. I mean, I know Chris Mason's been here like since sub 20 subscribers, I'm pretty sure, which is wild. But yeah, you'd be one of the four. You'd be the final horseman of that 4 horsemen of OG Founding Fathers then in that regard. I mean, Strange is one of those guys who usually comes around during the UFL season and is kind of like a bit away during the off season until the season starts picking up. I mean, he's been a guy for a while here. I mean, he's been a legend. Deleted Instagram because of what Instagram turned into. I remember he told me a story. It was hilarious. I loved it. I like that Nope is a founding father. I mean, Nope, you, Michael B. I mean, you guys have been like, G-Man have been at like every live stream. And then whenever we were doing the UFL ones, Adam was there doing all the UFL stats, which is crazy. I mean, him keeping up with all of those stats was wild. Yeah, Strange is a W. I mean, I remember like it was like for a couple of months or for a few months I hadn't seen him, and then all of a sudden it's like the UFL season gets to a certain point, then bam, he's there, and it's like every video there's a comment. He's in a couple of the streams. I know he went to the UFL championship. It was just definitely a W. I missed the Defenders versus Battlehawks live. That was a good game. I can be a Twitter founding father. The Twitter account. I gotta try and grow that more. That's the one thing I've been kind of failing at, is I haven't been really putting out a ton of tweets. It's like I do a repost or something, but like tonight has been like my biggest amount of, or my most amount of tweets recently, and it's been like all of like 4 tweets, which is wild, but it could be worse. I'll be the next founding father. Hey, that would be a W. I mean, it's just, I really do love the live streams. I think the live streams are the best. And yeah, that's definitely great. I do see your tweets, Fox. I know Michael Bias has been on there. I know Fate was on there. I don't think he's been around a while. Garbos will make the NFL next year. As long as he doesn't, I mean, if it's true that he had an NFL deal and he botched it by not going for the championship, hopefully he learns from that and he takes that experience, because he had at times looked really good. He really did. So everything goes right with him. I've had a few guys on Twitter that have been here for a minute. I mean, Royce was like the first guy that followed me on there, like, which was, I mean, he, Adam, they were like the first 2. I mean, it's been great. I'm no founding father. I just shown up in like November 2023. Force a follow from Zomb Phox. Let's see this profile. Notifications. Nope. The 5th follower. Let's go. Lamar Jackson, Panthers cornerback. I always forget about that, so wild. What QBs do you see in the UFL next year from the UFL NFL? With how he's playing, Stetson Bennett might be there. Unironically, Stetson Bennett might be there. Adrian Martinez is in at quarterback again. Another drive. Let's see what he pulls off here. Martinez does a handoff. It is going to be about a 5-yard gain. Stetson Bennett could. If Trey Lance continues to really tank, he could be. A bunch of these guys that were drafted by the UFL, like a John Reese Plumlee or a Bean, they could be. Any off the top of my head, Paxton Lynch go back. I mean, any of these guys who are playing at 3rd and 4th stringers currently, they could be. I mean, when Matt Corral signed, that was a shock. to see him go to the UFL. So if he's going to go there, there's a few guys that could, but I can't say for sure. I would say that I just can't say for sure at the top of my head exactly who, though, aside from those guys I mentioned. Martinez runs around to the right. He evades a sack. He's going to use his legs for a first down. He gets about 5 yards first down. Imagine Nate Sudfeld. Oh, no. Honestly, Bailey Zappi would be a really good UFL quarterback. He's had some time of being good, but because of where he is in the situation, he could end up being it. But again, the Patriots might use him in a very similar way they used Hoyer, where he's just kind of around for a while as that, like, third stringer. That could happen. Imagine Sam Hartman. Oh, don't even say that. I can't believe they got him in that draft. That's such a Stallions pick, because if any team's going to be able to waste a pick on a guy that should not go to the UFL because of how good they are, it's him. And knowing the Stallions' luck, he's going to be there like in a year or two, which would be crazy for the league. It's a reality. True. Bailey Zappi would be a good UFL pick. People know him. People have him in their memory. He'd be good. Martinez with a play action pass running to the left. Ooh, that could have been a great pass right there. He tried to do another highlight play, do a jump throw, bit to the left of the path of his receiver. 3rd and 6. He waste all their picks and still go 8-2. True. That is 100% true. They really could. They really could. Man, the Panthers fans that have stuck through this entire game to watch Jack Plummer for like 3.5 quarters and only like half a quarter Jake Luton, those are troopers right there. Martinez lined up, one man right next to him. Let's see if we can get this first down. Drops back to pass. Passes over the middle. It is caught for a first down. His receiver actually caught the ball. That is a good play right there. Right there. That's a good play. You already got the 4 horseman, me, MB, G-Man, Adam. Then you got kicked that sneaky 5th horseman. Stallions shooting for the stars and still have such amazing luck and the Mad Shatter. I'm calling right now Chase McSorley to the defenders. Oh, that'd be funny. That's actually one to answer Mookie's question. That honestly could be one. The obligatory loss to Houston. 2nd and 10 for the Jets now. Could have, oh man, I can't believe Jack Plummer played that much in that game. I would rather have Jake Luton be our 3rd stringer. At least I know that he's somebody that could be at least somewhat fun to watch. Plummer's just not fun to watch. If you're not even fun to watch in the preseason, like at all, yikes. 2nd and 10 for Martinez. Let's see if he can pull this off. Drops back. Quick throw to the left. It is caught for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Going to be 3rd and about 5 or 3rd and 6 for the New York Jets. This is another big play. Again, Martinez, he's kind of lucked into a lot of these drives. Now, I say that in the sense that penalty really helped him go, more forward with that great pass he had. But hopefully he can get a real sustainable drive here. Let's see if he can pull this off. Throws over the middle. That's a deep shot. It is incomplete. He went for it. That would have been a great pass. There looks to be defensive pass interference, though. That's going to be great for them. Channel basically UFL NFL hybrid. I like to think it's a UFL channel that will talk about the NFL in a sense. I did a few NFL videos last year, but it wasn't my favorite videos to make. Didn't do. It's just... But like something like this, something like talking about UFL players in the NFL, I really do enjoy that. That video I made talking about I think it was like the Grady Jarrett sack on Tom Brady, where I talked about how much better the UFL or the USFL's replay system was. It was one of my favorite videos I did. But yeah. But I mean, should have a short out on Jake Bates probably tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah. Jack Plummer should consider pursuing plumbing, bro. Would have been insane highlight reel in the 30s. I also saw Stallions draft Ethan Driscoll, big tight end favorite. College team, Marshall Thundering Herd. That Stallions draft was really good. They easily had the best draft that day. That's the worst thing. They had the best draft just easily. I think they got the best receiver in that draft. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they got the best one. First play rush for about a couple yard gain right there. Let's see if Luis Perez change. All right, Chargers are currently losing in the fourth quarter. Luis Perez has 9 completions for 51 yards now. I want to see Corey Schrader stay in Missouri and go to the UFL. Love to see some of these big... I mean, nice pass by Martinez right there. That was a quick pass for about 6 yards. We'd love to see that. $13 people in chat, kind of wild. I'm still trying to figure out who this other guy that just joined the fantasy football league is. I mean, like, I hate that I can't think of it on the top of my head, but I mean, we just had somebody join with the team name of We Like JJ, and I just can't think off the top of my head who that is, and it's just like really aggravating me that I'm like, man, I should know who this is. To my delusional takes, yeah, the Showboat's not picking up any O-linemen is bad. Just like how this Jets not getting a first down in a 3rd and 1 is also pretty bad. But yeah, the Showboats, they really botched it. They should have gotten more O-linemen. That's for sure. I definitely agree with that. Again, this so far has been a really good stream, honestly. I mean, this has been an enjoyable stream. I like doing this NFL one. I mean, I might do another one next week. I don't know for sure. It depends what I'm doing next week. I mean, it's always depending what I do, but this was definitely a fun one. They're going to kick a field goal. They're going to try and extend their lead. Again, if you were, this looks to be one of those games where if you probably box score look at this, you might say Martinez did better minus the interception. But you'd love to see him get a TD, and it doesn't look like he's going to get that, which does hurt to see. But it still is, it's overall still not bad. Now, the Chargers did turn the ball over. Did they punt it? I don't know. I'm not watching the game. But they did turn the ball over, so the Rams have it again. Chargers might lose the game, which isn't good. Search. Let me see if I can find Max Duggan. Is he just not playing in this game? Yeah, let's go back over here. Chargers punt. Okay, I see now. W mad chatter moment. I've got to hear Zomb Phox have an angry rant. That's the most calmest man. Yeah, I mean, so far, there's been the 2. There was the Showboats and the Mike Trout one. Those were the 2 so far that have had the closest to a true angry rant were those 2. He reminds me of... Who? Poor Joe. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Okay, he's a CFB25. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, man. Again, like I said, I've wanted to play college football 25, but I just haven't. Bordeaux is a popular YouTuber. I see. Okay, college football 25. I got you. Let's see. Currently, the Jets have a 99.4% chance of winning. Oh my god, that's terrible. I think I would be scared if Zomb started going off. I mean, the closest in a live stream was the Mike Trout rant a couple weeks ago, for those of you who weren't here, where we were doing the ESPN like top 100 list, looking at it, and the just rant I had about Mike Trout was just like, that's a classic. Showboats was a classic. That was a one take. I just went for it. I just said everything I had about it. So far, that's been pretty much it. I mean, I can't think of anything else that was a USFL era that I did, but yeah. I was a spring football super fan. Let's see if the Panthers can do something. Panthers are 2 scores behind, so they're going to have to score quickly. And then, so I mean, basically, barring anything special, what Martinez's stats are what they are. They're not really going to change. And Martinez's stats aren't great. 7 of 17 for 67 yards with an interception is not a good stat. That's a 28.3 rating. That's not good. Now, on the ground, he only had 1 rush for 4 yards. Even Andrew Peasley did better. Now, Peasley didn't look all that great, and he only had 33 yards on 7 attempts, but he was more of an accurate passer. So, yeah, the Mike Trout one wasn't that bad. The Showboats one was more. I mean, yeah, it's like G-Man said. The Showboats one, it was like, because, I mean, you got to remember, I was so hyped for that season, for that team, because it's like, Case Cookus, great player. Sage Surratt, great player. Jay Adams, great player. Darius Victor, great player. Their O-line, in theory, should have been good. It was terrible. The team didn't gel. It just was a massive disappointment. You had Vinny and you had Daywood. Those are basically the only 2 guys that really stepped up on that team. Sage did solid, but those are the 2 guys that did really good. Yeah. A game-losing INT in the Super Bowl. Oh man. That Showboats video was fun. They really were. They were close to the 2022 Bandits. The 2022 Bandits were worse, I think, because of how hyped their coaching staff was, as well as their team. But the Showboats were definitely up there, because the Bandits were supposed to be this, like, go 8-2 win the championship. The Showboats were supposed to be like a 7-3 compete for it. They were close to being as hyped as the 2022 Bandits, though. They were close. Carolina Panthers, this is a yikes moment. They're going to lose this game. Todd Haley. I mean, as a franchise, when you make people miss Todd Haley, it's not good. That's not good. Looks like the Chargers have the ball back, apparently. Stetson Bennett's still playing. Oh, my God. If you're a Rams fan, you must hate life right now if you're a Rams fan. That's bad. You're still watching Stetson Bennett play quarterback for you? Yikes. That's not good. He's no Jake Fromm, I'll tell you that. Honestly, that's a QB I'm kind of shocked never went to the UFL, honestly. Or spring football. He could have. Unless he himself... Well, he is on the Lions right now. Okay, that's what I thought. I was going to say. Okay, yeah. I didn't remember if he got signed somewhere, but yeah, he's somebody I could see. Take notes, Memphis Chiefs fans. Don't miss Todd Haley. Why do you... At least Todd Haley wasn't C.J. Johnson's best offense in the league. That has got to be probably a top 5 Zomb Phox UFL moment, is watching that live and seeing him say best offense in the league when describing the Roughnecks. That's got to be up there. That was so bad. I mean, that was just, oh my God. Actually lose it. That definitely could be that would be most likely in a live stream if it's a certain one. I mean, the Panthers one, it was just like, because I mean, the Panthers one was like just like I couldn't believe what I was watching because that third quarter. But yeah, went from 0-16 Browns to the Brahmas. Rams should sign another QB just to compete with Bennett, bro. They should sign like just anybody. EJ Perry. Hey, EJ Perry did just sign back with the Michigan Panthers. We have been seeing, I might do a video on this, we have been seeing players go back and sign with their UFL teams, which is good to see, so we like that. Straight face, choked water on him saying best offense in the league. I mean, man, he mismanaged that team. Whoever you want to blame, the fact Isaiah Henney was not a top 10 wide receiver last year shows that something went horrid, just unbelievably wrong with that team. Whether it was coaching him or something, that was bad. Okay, if you're on Twitter, This is the easiest way. If you're on Twitter, UFL Communications. Let me make sure I'm saying the right thing. Yeah, UFL_PR or UFL Communications Department. Every day when there's something, they will post certain things that happen. So they'll post signings, they'll post guys who are leaving and all that. Reddit, Callie would usually post it. On Instagram, I would say XFL and Analyst. I believe that's his name, is XFL Analyst, if that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, XFL Analyst, W Guy. Those 3 ways are probably the easiest way to fully keep up with it, are those ones. Isaiah Henny disrespect is unforgivable. Henny needed some Henny before real. But yeah, that's bad. But yeah, so that's where you'd find it, Moki. You'd go to either Twitter, UFL Communications, or UFL_PR. Instagram, XFL Analyst will get you all this stuff all the time. And then, of course, Reddit will also have it, but you have to search it by new. Just saying this would be a one-score game if they added the UFL 3-point. True. Because, I mean, there's been... The Roughnecks signed a bunch of players. The Battlehawks have signed a few. The Panthers have signed a few. I think almost every team has signed a few. UFL_PR. Yeah, if you just search for the @ is UFL_PR, all uppercase, is on Twitter. If you want their, their name, it's UFL Communications Department, but their handle is just @UFL_PR. They have 10K followers, following 200. Their first post is about Jalen Twyman signing with an NFL team. Taking kick returns at the least, praying for a Derek Dillon return. Let's see, get the Panthers score and do something. The Collins person I've seen that. Then my brother was nuts on Young throwing an INT game, losing his. That would be any or game. Oh man, it's just. Man, I'd love to say that, but this Panthers team ain't making it anywhere. This Panthers team's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for a couple of years. That trade is gonna go on in infamy. Why do you trade your number 1 wide receiver, a first-round pick, 2 first-round picks, and other picks for a number 1 overall pick in a year where the number 1 QB is not a generational talent? Bryce Young, heading out of college, was the worst first overall pick QB since Baker Mayfield, on paper. On paper, saying it. He's not better than Joe Burrow out of college. He was not better than Kyler Murray out of college. This is coming from somebody who's not even a Kyler Murray fan. He was not better than Kyler Murray out of college. Not better than T-Law out of college. And they traded all that for him. Caleb, you understand it. This is a guy that has all this hype, but Bryce Young never should have been traded for to be the first overall pick. He's not that good out of college. This is not T-Law hype. Baker bounced back, and unironically, Baker Mayfield will probably have a better career than Bryce Young. I hope Bryce gets good, chatter. I don't think he will be that good. I think his ceiling will be a slightly worse Baker Mayfield. Great play by the Panthers right there. They're going to be at about the 5-yard line. Ooh, he's getting pushed to about the 2-yard line. They can score this, go for an onside kick, or they're just going to, not. I hope Bryce gets good. I just, physically, of course, there's the joke. He's a 6th grader. But, yeah. I knew it was coming. It was like, this face is basically the best way to put it. That face of, you knew it was coming, you're a little sad, and you're just disappointed. That was my reaction when they drafted him. It's like, if you watch C.J. Stroud versus you watch Bryce Young, C.J. was better in every aspect. And he didn't get picked because one of them went to Alabama. That was why Bryce Young got picked. It was Alabama. That's why. Jake Locker will save the... Oh, my God. I think Jaren Hall may go to the UFL soon. I believe I know who you're talking about, the guy that was with the Vikings at one point. And if that is, I could definitely see it. Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right guy. Yeah, I am thinking of the right guy. I could see that. I could see him be a really good player there, too. I honestly could. Luis Perez is currently 10 of 15 for 57 yards. Or 13 of 20 for 78 yards. Max Duggan has not played, which is good for Perez. The Jets-Panthers game is over. Final score is 15-12. The Jets win. So again, what we talked about earlier were the final stats for Martinez. Martinez, on paper, was not even remotely as good as he was last week. He still did lead the team to a victory. Under him, they put up 12 points. There's a lot of asterisk onto how they got those points. but they still did get all of those points under Martinez. Only one field goal was done by Andrew Peasley's unit, which is a benefit. Again, though, it's not like Martinez played all that well. Brandon Smith wasn't as good, but still had a couple receptions. So not the best. That kind of sucks, but yeah. That's why the NFL should have 3-point conversion. Roughnecks coming back this year. We're going to make the Steins look like the showboats. I just hope the Roughnecks go back to TDECU, or they fix whatever they do quick. I want to see them have tickets out there quick. I want to see them actually get things going on. Knowing you'll be disappointed and still being disappointed. I mean, that's how I'm thinking about this season. If the Panthers go like 2-15, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be like, bro, I didn't think you're going to be good, but why? 4th down throw by Perez, but dropped. I hate to see that. That is not what you want to see as a UFL fan. That is not good. Drop pass. Luis Perez, latest. I see what you mean. It wasn't effectively hauled in. I see. Ain't no way somebody actually just put this. Somebody just tweeted out listing his QBs from best to worst. Stetson Bennett, Luis Perez, Bryce Perkins, Ryan Tannehill, and Brian Hoyer. This guy actually put Bennett as the second best quarterback in that group. No. Come on. Panthers lose. No shock. They did score a TD at the end of the game. Like, congrats, but... Dude, I love how the Panthers Twitter is acting like this is a huge deal. Like, bro, you... Stop. That's wild. W stream L game. Fact. I mean, it sucked that Martinez didn't play all that well. Again, he still won the game for the team in a sense. So there's that. We did see Perez become that third-string guy in theory, which is good. So, that's good. G-Man, massive W. Another super chat. A gifted sub to Mole 10. W moment. I mean, it was definitely a good stream. I mean, seeing multiple people here, the normals, G-Man, Michael Bias, Nope, seeing some other guys be here for like the whole time. It was another W. At least we saw one TD this game. Hey, last second TD, still a TD, right? I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, you look up disappointed. G-Man. Hey, it's a bit mean, but yeah, this is definitely a fun game. So I would say Molten, I hope you enjoy your membership that G-Man gifted for you. Again, there's 6 videos that you'll have access to now if you want to watch them. And, it's a good test run to see if you want to be a member. So it's nice to see that. Again, I put out community posts as well that mainly at this point are mainly about the Herschel Walker biography, which hopefully, I'm not promising anything, in the next 2 weeks I should have the base of that video done. All the audio and transitions should be together. It's just going to be getting the visual stuff done, which is going to suck, but it'll at least have the base done and I can say how long it's going to be. Again, two last-ditch things. Let me pull this up real quick because I'm forgetting where it is. So, 2 links. Number 1, we have a link for that, and we have a link for this. Okay, I didn't type it. Link to join my fantasy football league. Okay, pull that out there, go over here. So, again, we got 2. So, if you want to join the fantasy football league, the bottom link is for there. If you want to become a channel member, think about it. The link is above it. Fantasy Football League currently has 8 spots remaining. Let me make sure I'm not gaslighting you all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My bad. No, it is 8 spots remaining on the Fantasy Football League. So there's that as well. And again, this was a good stream. I did enjoy this. Let me go pull up the streams and say where I'd probably put this one because this is only a good one. I agree. The Battlehawks was a classic stream. Memphis, all the Memphis games are fun in some way, shape, or form, honestly. This is a great stream. I did enjoy this one. I mean, again, it did really well. I think it was a fun one. I definitely like doing this one. I think it's fun doing an NFL one. I mean, again, it sucked that Adrian Martinez didn't play all that well, but it was still a fun stream. Hopefully, we see some NFL players making rosters to give me an excuse to, let's say, maybe do a Lions stream where, if Jake Bates is playing, which he probably will be, we can do that stream. That'd be a fun one. Time he pulled up 42-2. Yeah, the first time I did that was hilarious. That was a classic. So, I mean, hopefully we can do this again. Again, maybe next week. Depends, everything, what games I get and all that. Because, I mean, I only get so many games. I don't have, the NFL, like, NFL Plus or whatever it is that costs, like, $1 bajillion a month or something. But, I know usually there's, like, a game on NFL Network, and there's a Panthers game, which I'm not going to watch another Panthers game in 2 weeks in a row. I can't do that. I can't do that to myself. My mental health is not going to let me have that. So, definitely not going to do that one. But, yeah, I mean, if I have NFL Live or something, or during the season there's a Lions game on primetime, maybe I do a stream for that one. That'd be a fun one. But yeah, I mean, again, I think this is a W stream. Jets-Giants, who knows? I mean, if we see at least one guy make a roster, that gives me an excuse to do it for a UFL sense. So I wouldn't be against it, and even just doing a live stream to do it, I wouldn't be against it, though. Wouldn't make it, though. Let me see, Jets-Giants. That next week or something, Jets versus Giants. I see Jets versus Giants in the preseason week 3. I don't know if I'd have that one, or depend if I have it, so we'll see. I mean, again, that was a game. Wasn't a great game, but it was a fun stream. It was a fun stream. Again, I want to thank G-Man. Again, another super chat. We've had 2 super chats on history, and they're both him and a gifted membership. I hope Mold 10 enjoys it. We have a fantasy draft coming up, which the fantasy draft will probably be next week, late, either early, like in a week and a half, or next week. I'll put out info on that in the community tabs and all that. If you want to join that, have a link for that. That's the second link that I posted a little bit ago. If you want to become a channel member, we got the link above that one. And this is a great stream. I'm planning to do a Jake Bates short tomorrow. That should come out, mainly showing all of his game-winning kicks. So that should come out tomorrow. I'll probably do another quarterback video about Preseason Martinez that comes out probably Monday or Tuesday. Then I'm going to have an OG USFL video, the original USFL, the 80s one. I have a video on that come out late next week as well. That's the current plan of uploads, barring something massive happens. So be on the lookout for all of that. I am enjoying making this USFL video. This OG USFL video is going to be a good one. Little controversial, not really, but it's a fun one. So look for all that. And as always, guys, I want to thank you all for being here. And have a great night, everybody.